I hope you're feeling deep and dark, because I'm feeling penetrative. Nope. Good morning. My Steam Deck's back. Steam Deck? Stream Deck. It's definitely called a Stream Deck. Good morning, everyone. Happy fucking Sunday. I hope you slept, or rested, or something. Genuinely, this is like the first day I haven't felt like an absolute pile of grumpy shit in a week. I think whatever attacked my sinuses is starting to clear up finally. Man, this was a not feel good week. I don't know, man. I felt so bad. It is the dress. What's the dress? It's a dress. I thrifted it. Oh, this is, have I worn this one before? Okay, yeah, this is the thrifted. But it's one of those, yes. It's one of those beautiful pieces that's like, I can't wear it outside. What is this? The sleeves are plenty long. Literally, the sleeves are longer than the fucking dress. But, like, what's that? Being tall is a curse. Does it have, is this the one that has, like, a skull or some shit on the back? No. No, just normal. It's fucking hot. That's why I'm wearing. It's so short though. Yeah, I have a lot of clothes that I thrift that I'm like, this will look good on stream, but definitely can never wear it out of the house. Because, like, from my belly button down, it is not an appropriate dress to wear in public, unfortunately. Oh, yeet, was it amazing though? There was daytime yesterday. The sun came up, I'm pretty sure. Shiny metallic boobs are totally in. This is just my favorite bikini top because it's super thin but doesn't show my nip nops. So I can wear it on stream and stay cool because it is so hot out. Every morning this week has been a struggle of me just standing there and looking at my closet like, where's the least amount of clothes I can wear and not get banned? Because it's just, the sun is right here on this wall. And then it travels across this wall all day and it just cooks me. I've got a little fan going, but it cooks. So, like, netting is all we've got. Literally, well, I have these, Cocky, remember how I told you about micro shorts? That's what these are. I keep thinking there's a dog behind me. I wore my micro shorts, so technically these are not underwear. These are shorts. I just have a fat ass. Micro shorts. They're the shit. Because they're like, it's close to being underwear. It's close. Like, my Nana would call these underwear. But for me, they're not. And they match because they're rainbow. But yeah, these are literally those micro shorts I'm always telling you about that I got on Amazon. And that's what I wear under it. And then it's like, then I'm fine. Then I'm still like cool. Because, like, that's the thing with this dress. The whole point of it is crocheted. It is holy as fuck to keep me cool, right? So if I'm putting on a bunch of layers, like, what's the point of this see-through dress? In my mind. Dude, aren't they fucking amazing, Cocky? Dude, the first time I ever got them, genuinely, my biggest concern, it's not a concern, but I'm sure you can identify with this because it's just literally uncomfortable, muffin top. I don't know what happened, but the moment they started making high rise again, everything that was low rise just cut right into my hip bones immediately. And it's just uncomfortable. I honestly think a little muffin top is cute. I think it's adorable when, like, panties cut into the lines of your hip or something. A totally smooth Barbie figure is not my thing. I like lumps and bumps. I think that's really hot. But, like, it's uncomfortable. And so the fact that these are micro shorts, but they just lay on your hips like underwear and they don't dig into your skin is so nice and so comfortable. But I live in these at Burning Man. Like, almost exclusively. You have hip dips. Literally, I don't think I have a hip dip, but where micro shorts or low-rise jeans and shit sit is right where that hip dip would be. I think. And so if it cuts in, it just creates this, and it's just uncomfortable. It's just uncomfortable. I don't really care what it looks like anymore. It's just uncomfortable, and I hate it. See, you have that nice ass southern air conditioning. Up here, it's like there's like two parties. There's like half of the people in Colorado like have AC and it works, and that's great. And then the other half are just like, we're really hardcore Coloradans. We need no fireplace and no air conditioning. And they just like raw dog life. Literally, that's what this house was before we moved in, and we put those mini splits in because fuck that. But I have no fireplace or anything. We get sub-zero temperatures and 6 feet of snow every winter. Why would you not have a fireplace? But people around here, there's two like classes. It's the raw doggers or the not. And I don't understand. Why are you raw dogging life when air conditioning exists? Why are you you're not winning any prize. One day you'll die and no one will care whether or not you used air conditioning. Just be comfortable. My God. I have a dip in my ass where my underwear sits. Wait, on your cheek? I have a dip in my butt cheek too. I don't know. Bodies are weird. Like, I feel like I have a permanent line right here from where, I'm not even wearing any clothes, where bras sit, like right here in the flesh, where I'm sticking my finger holes. I feel like I have permanent damage there from bras when I was younger, like broken, and I know I'm preaching to bitches with big boobies. Please don't come at me. I know. I have like broken blood vessels just permanently along this line on my ribs that's just there now. We just live like that. Like, it's weird. Clothes did alter us a little bit. Good morning, Chief. How are you, love? That's how my hometown was. No shit. It's so stupid. I don't understand that mentality. Why? You're winning nothing. You're winning literally nothing. Being tall means you're perfect hug height for me. Face right in the tits. No shit. I'm honestly like, and no, like, I'm not one to flex, but I think I'm honestly like, I was built to hug. My body was built to hug. Like, I'm mostly legs, so I've got a really small torso that's easy to get your arms around, but I'm big. So, like, I'm comforting and enveloping at the same time. And I've just got like, spider arms that can wrap around literally anybody. I think I was built to hug. I enjoy it. But, I mean, seriously, when I get to hug people, they just kind of, like, fold up into this. Most people are right here on me, like, in this window. So when I hug them, I just kind of, like, and my head goes down, and I just envelop them. I think I was just designed for it. I'm a good hugger. I don't half-ass hug. I don't believe in it. One-armed hug? Get the fuck out. I have permanent dents in the side of my head from glasses. They're slightly too narrow for my fat head. You don't have a fat head. I have a big head, too. All of my glasses, all of my sunglasses, everything, they're all extra wide. Every single one of them, I have a big fucking skull. It's fine. Some of us just are bobbleheads. That's, you know what is, all celebrities are bobbleheads. If we were just better at life, maybe we'd be celebrities. You don't know. Bobbleheads are real. I have a permanent bra band, and I'm a founding member of Itty Bitty Titty Committee. Okay, so, Mish, thank you, our Lord and Mother of the tiny titties. So, genuinely, this is what I thought. Because I think about it far too often. So, if you have titties, this is where the blood vessels end up bursting, right? Right where your strap sits, because it's holding your titties up, literally the boulder holder. So this is where it happens. For us that have no titties, we're desperately trying to, what's the word? We're trying to get cleavage somehow. So we end up putting this band on as tight as fucking possible, and these bands on as tight as fucking possible to just try to get some, like, look, I've got a boob, you know? So this is where ours end up instead. Because we're just, I mean, seriously, like, raking that. They'd be like, oh, the band should be loose enough you can stick your fingers in. I'm like, my titties aren't going to burst out my collarbone that way. What are you trying to do to me? This isn't, what? Fucking Victoria's Secret, trying. And then they came out with that fucking, like, booster bra weird shit. Thank God. Smaller bra definitely means bigger tits, 100%. If the cup barely covers my nipple, it obviously means my boobs are bigger, right? It's so stupid. It's so stupid. If I get a Katie hug, I'll probably cry. You wouldn't be the first. I don't know why, but that's a weird phenomenon that's happened to me at many cons. I've had people just start to cry in my arms, and I don't know why. But I'm cool with it. You can cry. I've got big shoulders. It's the optical illusion of sports bras. It's what every time my titties look great on stream, I'm like, guys, look how fun these are. And then you turn to the side and it's all an illusion. We're just really good at shoving our fat around to get it to look nice. I'm built to hug in a different way. Why? What do you mean? One big hug to make up for all the hugs my parents didn't give me. Oh. I mean, honestly, Sec, I genuinely, man, I had the weirdest, it's so on topic, but same. And I had this really crazy experience when I was home visiting my parents. I think I told you guys kind of this story, but I didn't tell you like this part of it because it's weird and it's in my head. So my mom and I went and walked around like Whidbey Island and whatnot just to go like look at little shops and whatever the first day I was home. And we ended up, I know I told you guys the story. We ended up going into some shop and just long story short, the clerk working there started crying. We were bullshitting with her and we ended up on the topic of working at hospitals. She was like, oh, I used to be a medical something assistant at Harborview. And I was like, oh shit, Harborview's hardcore. And she goes, and I was like, oh fuck. And she just starts blubbering and there's no one else in the store. And my mom and I are just standing there and I watched my mom and it was so weird. My instinct immediately like was, oh shit. And I walked around the counter and I went behind the counter and I gave this woman a hug. She looked my age. She's alone. She's crying. It was so instinctual. Like I didn't know what else to do. I just went around and gave her a hug and I was like, I don't know what else to do other than share humanity right now. My mom's reaction to watching this woman, kind of causing this woman to cry, was my mom did this. Just nodded as this woman cried and just sat here with this furrowed brow, arms crossed, just like. And I talked to her about it later. I'm like, Mom, what the fuck was that? Like, you looked like you were judging her. And she's like, well, it's not my instinct to cry, to hug people who are in emotional pain. That doesn't do anything for me. Do you guys see that light bulb on my head right now? Because I'm a 37-year-old woman and the things I'm discovering about my childhood today. Boing! Wow, maybe this is why I want to hug people all the time. Oh my God. Whoa. I know. And I was like, I think I made some offhanded comment about like, this is why Sarah and I are cold ass bitches. And like, we struggle to be warm and like affectionate with people because my instinct is don't touch me. I have to like, but when someone's crying, my instinct is not that. When someone is in pain and crying, my instinct is to hold them. But it was like a confusion. Almost like and my mom's a medical care worker. Like she cared for people her whole life. But wow, it was just a big old ding over my head. Like, oh, this is genuinely my entire childhood and the fucking why I am the way I am today. Okay, that makes sense. Isn't that weird? What's that feel like? Wait, which part? Which part? Good morning, Kozu. How are you? Isn't that weird? It doesn't do anything for her. So why would she do that? Good morning, Super Papa. How are you, love? I feel that way, but I also don't have children. I mean, we feel that, like, that's... I mean, I know where it came from. I remember... it's so weird how these moments are so formative, but I remember when I was in college and I got, like, cheated on by my first love, and found out he cheated on me, just left school. I was in college at the time, drove south to Linwood to go to my Nana's house because she was the closest family member I had. Like, physically, the closest person to me at the time. I had nowhere else to go, and I didn't know what to do, and I was in such, like, emotional turmoil. And I went to her house, and I sat down on her couch, and I was just inconsolable. Just, like, inconsolable, whatever. Just, like, like, choking, snotting, everything. And she's sitting in her recliner, doesn't even look at me, and my Nana was a loving person, doesn't even look at me and goes, men, we move on. And then she fucking put on the Wheel of Fortune. Not one hug, not a touch, not a reach, nothing. My family doesn't touch. It's so weird. And I remember that instance, like, my brain kind of broke. I was like, wow, I'm really sad about being cheated on right now by someone who claimed to love me when I'm really young and emotionally tumultuous. But also, like, is this why my mom feels like an ice cube? Crazy. Cycle. So, like, I'm not having kids, but I'm obviously choosing not to continue that cycle. I didn't choose, though. That's what's weird. I don't know why I'm different, because obviously we all end up like our parents. We can't help it. We end up like our moms. Like, you and I are going to end up somewhat like our horrible moms. You know it's going to happen. We can't help it. But, like, what kicked in that made me have that instinct to hug that poor woman who was bawling her eyes out behind a counter in a random shop in Whidbey Island? That my mom's instinct is this. What the fuck? I'm glad I'm different, but I don't know what did that. Glut, welcome home! Do you feel refreshed? We're all very overstimulated by fireworks. Dude, Chronicle, I think a lot of people are, though. Both. Your mom processing how another person can cry and having that clarification. How did it feel? In the moment, it felt really gross because I was embarrassed. It was weird to me. It's weird to me that someone's instinct wouldn't be to reach out to this human who's blubbering, who you're obvious. It's not just like a random crying person. Like, we've been talking to this woman for 20 minutes and we're talking about working in hospitals. She worked at Harborview, one of the #1 trauma centers in the world. Obviously a really tough job. And she started crying, talking about it. Like, it was embarrassing to me that I had to walk around my mom. My mom didn't even get out of my way. My mom just stood there like this and did these eyes at this woman, and it was embarrassing that I had to, like, walk around my mom and give this person a hug, and then my mom just kind of stared at both of us like we were a scene. And then when we left, my mom's like, what was that? And I'm like, what was that? Like, that was weird, but processing it later, it definitely helps a little bit with that, like, what was always wrong with me that no one wanted to hug me, even my parents? Because in your eyes as a kid, no matter what, parents are God. And when God doesn't love you, where do you go? Drugs, probably, or sucking dick, of which I'm good at both. So, it's weird. It's weird. Like, I'm already over it, but the clarification is nice, I guess. I think. I don't know if I needed it, but it's still fun to have. It's like a science project, you know, like, it's like having a dog that you adopted from someone else that raised it for 37 years, and then on year 37, you finally understand why that dog won't stop biting you. And you're like, oh, it's because you punched it in the face every time it wanted a hug. Crazy. But, like, I've already dealt with the dog biting me my whole life, so, like, whatever. You know? Does that make sense? That's how I feel. Genuinely, like, that's how, if I could summate my feelings on clarification like that, like, at this point, it doesn't do anything for me. I don't care. But I'm glad I'm not that way. I'm super glad that when someone starts crying, my instinct isn't. But that being said, I'm not an intimate person. Like, I don't snuggle or touch friends. I don't want to. I don't know. But if they're in pain, I definitely have the instinct to reach out physically and be like, let me comfort you, let me hold your hand, etc. I don't know. It was weird. You find out why things are the way they are so you can process the emotions differently. I think that's it. It's processing emotions differently. It's like, instead of just being mad, I'm sad about it now. Because, like, everybody's just a person, right? So, like, there was probably a moment in my mom's life where she probably was like, why won't my mom hug me? Like, that's really sad. That's really fucking sad. And my Nana was raised in a nun orphanage, a Catholic nunnery. So, like, do y'all want to take bets on whether or not Nana was hugged? I don't. I mean, I wouldn't. I'm going to go with probably not. So it's saddening when you look back at it, because it is. It's Vulcans. They're like Vulcans, kind of. It's like, once a year, whether I need to or not, I will ponfar and fuck something. Is it ponfar? What is it that he does? You want to know something fun? The only things I know about about Star Trek, is because of Big Bang Theory. You became, oh my God. Literally, my therapist said something like that to me so many fucking years. Like, man, when I first started going to therapy sec, my therapist said something along those lines. She was like, when I think we were talking about being proud of ourselves or something, and I was like, I don't think anyone in my family has ever been like, I'm proud of you ever. I'm gonna cry if I talk about it too much, so I can't. Ever in my life. And she was like, you should be just proud of you because you became that person that little Katie super needed a hug from. And I was just like, I would hug the fuck out of little Katie because she really needed a hug, my dudes. Kids need hugs. I'm gonna cry. Kids need hugs. Cheers. So many times. Kind of a subject change, but not totally, but it'll make you laugh. It's a good transition. There's a really good episode of I almost said Burning Man, of Jesus Christ, Big Bang Theory, where Leonard's mom comes to visit and she is just like literally a robot, no physical touch, nothing, no emotion whatsoever. She's amazing. She's a Broadway actress who is fucking phenomenal, and I can never remember her name. Oh my God, what would you guys know her in? Oh, that's so irritating. I'll have to think of it. Anyways, and Leonard is is it? Hold on. I think it's Corinne Baranski. How did you know that? How did you just pull that out of my brain? That's literally exactly who I was talking. Oh, you've probably seen Big Bang Theory, right? Anyways, that's literally her, yes. So she plays like a soulless, emotionless human, and Leonard, it's a constant joke, like Leonard's still learning human intimacy because when he was a kid, he built a hugging robot to soothe him when he was like a child because he's a super genius or whatever. And Penny, his girlfriend or whatever at the time, is like, wow, that's super sad. And Leonard's like, you want to know what's even more sad? My dad used to borrow it regularly. So, like, for this to be a sitcom written joke, you know we're not the only ones out there who just desperately really wanted a hug as a kid. There was a lot of us. She plays the reporter in Chicago. Yes, reporter in Chicago. She plays, like, the opposing love interest, I guess, in The Grinch. With Jim Carrey. She plays the snooty mom of What's Her Butt in Cruel Intentions. Like, I could name so many movies she's been in. She's in The Producers, I think. Like, she's incredible. But she's in Mamma Mia. She's a Broadway singer. Like, she's been in everything Broadway. She's fucking phenomenal. Like, I kind of follow her. It's whatever.
Now,
Sheldon's mom from Roseanne. She's amazing too.
with Satan's cock.
What, man, her line, like, the way to a man's heart is his stomach. He'll die at 60, but his love will be true. I've rewatched Big Bang Theory a lot. I know there's and it's so, I feel like I'm on the outside of the nerds because so many nerds vehemently hate that show. Because they're like, it's making fun of us, it's wrong, it's pointing things out. I see a lot of representation in that show, to be honest. I don't think you've watched enough of it. Dumb Peel. Didn't you just resub? Bitch, what? Thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving any swings for 10 months. I fucking appreciate you. Please go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent. Thank you. I can't typing is fucking overrated. Good Wife fight shows. Oh, I haven't seen that. I got woken up at 4 a.m. with a massive Charlie. Oh, Genova. Do you take magnesium? I fuck you not, dude. I used to wake up with the most horrific Charlie horses in my calves regularly, like at least once a week. Horrid. Like, to the point where I would crawl off the end of my bed, curl up on the ground, and start punching my calf as hard as possible in silent tears because I didn't want to wake Zach up. Like, the most horrible pain ever. And I, in no way or shape would I ever lie to you. I have not had one Charlie horse since I started taking a daily magnesium supplement. Glut put me on it. Glut suggested a magnesium complex. Not one. And I was getting them so bad, like just bawling my eyes out. The worst, like toe curling, calf crunching, horrid. I don't know what it is, but that magnesium supplement seriously changed my life. Otherworldly changed my life, and I've gotten a couple people on it since then. Like Vile takes one now. I'm not big magnesium out here, but man, it really altered my life. That was horrid. Those Charlie horses, I get those a lot. I used to. I haven't had one since. Also, just a side benefit of that, my cramps, like menstrual cramps, are exponentially less severe since starting to take a magnesium supplement. Sometimes they're still bad, but they're not like, 5 days of just like mind-blowing whiteout pain anymore. It's just like normal cramps that I can take care of with some Aleve, which is fucking dope. Like, when's the last time I took a day off from cramps? It's been so long since I started taking magnesium. And it's just like, I looked at where magnesium is in our diet, and I just physically do not eat enough times a day to consume that much magnesium. I'd literally have to eat like buckets of nuts for dinner every day to get that much magnesium. So for me, it just makes sense. If you can work it into your diet without taking the supplement, go for it. But I don't eat enough during the day. I'm just not a day eater. Yes, let us introduce you to our Lord and Savior magnesium supplements. Dude, I feel like I talk about magnesium at least once a month, but I'm so real with you how much it changed my life. Nothing. I mean, it's so, I have a hard time believing any of us are getting good sleep or hitting a good REM cycle if we're waking up at any point in the night with that level of pain that's waking us up that much. There's no fucking way. And I could do it sometimes twice a night. And there was no relief. Like, I'm saying I'm punching my calf and hitting my foot bones as hard as possible. No relief. Nothing worked. It was just like basically detracting myself from the fact that my whole foot was clenching down like this. It was horrible. I haven't had one. Like, I think it's almost been a year now of cramp-free. That's incredible, because I just lived in them. Charlie horses are my life. I'm happy you're back, Glut, by the way. I hope you had a wonderful time. I haven't had a Charlie horse in, like, years, but this was a full lock. I'm so, like, I am anxious for you, because I never want that ever again in my whole life. Those are so shitty. So fucking shitty. Not too much magnesium because it's also a laxative. Oh my god. Milk of magnesium. Magnesium fucked up my stomach. Okay, so Sajin, if you get cramps and stuff and you still want to try a magnesium thing, so when Glut and I were looking into it, there's something about how you should take what's called a magnesium complex. Everybody with success on taking magnesium, they say it's the magnesium complex, so it's got other stuff in there that helps you metabolize the magnesium more efficiently. Because I think just straight magnesium is just a laxative and just makes you poop yourself. I'm glad I went complex first and didn't shit my pants. I mumbled nut bucket to myself. Nut bucket. Mm-hmm. I would have to eat a nut bucket at night. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger? Kind of. Unless it's your butthole. Your butthole, like, if you think about it, it's not, like a light switch. A light switch only has so many click, 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 click before it's eventually going to break, right? Whatever mechanism in there is going to eventually break. Like, your butthole has X amount of traumas it can experience before it's just going to give up. Everybody's number is different. There's no way to predict that number, but, like, 0 trauma is the best, right? We should just leave our beeholes alone. Like, fuck responsibly and don't shit bricks. Yeah. I think they call it a Charlie horse because you kick your leg around and your toe tends... Oh my god, is that literally where it came from? I've never thought about why it's called a Charlie horse before. But it's horrid. But you kind of do kick you like point your... I mean, we're not doing it on purpose, though. Like, your toes do that curl. Fuck, that shit sucks. Let's all hydrate together. Yeah, let's drink some fucking water. Yeah, I haven't had one of those in forever. seriously, Stage, in the complex is, I think it's just about metabolizing it better, because if you got tummy issues, I bet it was just trying to make you poop. The trip was good, but I may have gotten food poisoning. No. Because I've been having a fun, like, 48 hours. Are you talking to us from the toilet right now? What a conversation we're having. Oh my God, Glut. Though, this might be pertinent and fun for you, though, considering you're just on that poop train right now. Side note, when I got poop train, when I got food poisoning, I never got the shits, but I couldn't stop puking. Like, not even just dry heaving. I could not stop puking. It was so horrid. Like, in the shower. I remember just standing in a shower in Prague, just like, oh God, it was so bad. I'm so sorry if you're feeling anything like that. So I watched, I don't know if you've seen this yet, Glut, but there's this, it's this, like, series of documentary, like, docu-cuseries, whatever, of, like, disasters that have happened. There's the Poop Cruise. That's the one that's been on Netflix a lot lately. So I watched this recently, and one of the things I learned is that most people that go on cruises are fucking insufferable. Insufferable, pretentious chodes. The rest of them are cool, but most of them suck. But man, like, so you know how on these things, usually they pick a couple people that, like, they're interviewing throughout the entire show as they tell the story, and these people's individual stories are kind of like a background going on. So I'm assuming you agree to come tell your story, right? You agree, you've been asked, something's been pre-written so that they know what you're going to say, and then they edit it out and whatever. And there's this one guy who just, like, his entire story, like, he's one of the sole characters in this docuseries. They're fucking interviewing him a lot. His entire story is that he took his father-in-law and his fiance on this cruise because he deeply wanted to impress his father-in-law. But once the toilets started working, his only storyline was how badly he was dead set on not shitting in a bag. So he just started eating Imodium and, like, pacing the ship for, like, 3 days. He didn't actively shit. And then there's 3 other women who did almost the exact same thing. Like, the moment the boat was like, hey, we're going to hand out hazmat bags because we don't need the toilets backing up, all of these people are like, oh my God, my pride, my pride. So then they just gargle Imodium, and then they go on a Netflix show and talk about it. Like, gargling Imodium to the point where you're constipated beyond reason and overdosed on it, and then not, like, the bag being the worst part of your journey, and then literally going on Netflix and talking about it for hours and hours and hours. Incredible to me. Like, none of that was more shameful than just shitting it. You could have just shit in the hazmat bag. You could have just shit in a bag. And yet, all this was less. The amount of people that were so open of just like, I just started taking Imodium. Like, first off, do you just pack Imodium? Because, like, I know I'm a hippie. Like, I say this all the time, but, like, if you're regularly getting diarrhea, you should look at your fucking diet. You should not just be taking pills to stop diarrhea. And likewise, if you're constantly constipated and you're living off laxatives, you need to see a doctor. Please. It worries me that people are just out there packing Imodium on the regular, like, boxes of Imodium. Like, do you just go on a trip, eat whatever you want, and then, you know that's your body saying you're being poisoned, right? The diarrhea part. Like, you're either trying to shit a bacteria out or a food poisoning or something. So if your body's desperately trying to get something out of itself and you go, and you take Imodium and plug yourself up, what the fuck do you think's gonna happen? Do you think you're gonna be a healthy person? Anyways, it's crazy. These people are just like, I just immediately started taking Imodium. I'm never shitting in a bag. That's the worst. I mean, what a precious life you've led. If shitting in a red hazmat bag that's literally designed for this purpose, like, not even just a Ziploc, like, we've been, I know you guys have shit in weird places. I've had to shit in weird places. Like, we've lived lives. These people are cruise people. That's all I can come up with, and they've never lived outside of indoor plumbing in their life. Like, and don't get me wrong, I'm well aware that the vast majority of you fucking hate the idea of going camping, going without indoor plumbing, but you've done it. You have this opinion because you've done it. I don't think these people have ever done it. I can't imagine leading a life where I hadn't at least once in my life had to hug a tree and shit into a hole. What? Did I enjoy it? Absolutely not. But I can do it. Like, Vis and I were talking about this last weekend. I was like, man, I would have no problem being like, will you hold my hands while I dip my ass off the side of this ship and take a shit? And Vissy was like, and I would have no problem holding your hands while you dipped your ass off the side of the ship to take a shit. Because what the fuck? That's not, like, no, Imodium. Okay. Really, staging. Oh man, it's pretty common when you're camping or, I mean, like it happened at like seriously, my experience camping as a child and having to shit in the woods aided me at Burning Man the 1 year all that rain hit. And literally the porta potties overflowed. We couldn't get trucks in to clean the porta potties out. So we had to piss and shit in bags. Ziploc see-through fucking bags in front of each other. It was so hot. I've never felt more sexy in my life, but it's one of the funniest stories I'll ever tell. And I don't know what people did who were out there and maybe were too precious to shit in a bag. There were no porta potties. Where did you go? Did you bury it in the mud? Ziploc bags are see-through. Have you ever found an opaque Ziploc bag? I haven't. I'm just saying the people on these ship were given, they were given red hazmat bags that were opaque and, just so much more discreet than anything, they could have been handed. It was just weird. It was weird. I don't have any pride around that because I don't like stomach pain. I don't like shit pain. Like, who the fuck wants to sit around in pain and stomach cramps because you need to poop? It's so weird. I'm so sorry if it's too much for you guys this early in the morning. Everyone shits. And literally half the world's probably taking their morning after coffee cigarette shit right now. Everyone's shitting all the time, and half of us love to lick that poo dot. I got to use it in a sentence. Anyways. It's such a weird thing to get precious about. And it's really unhealthy for your body to hold shit, honestly. I've never had to poop anywhere but a toilet, but I could definitely do it. Dude, it's when you gotta go, you gotta go. I don't know, maybe I'm a little more country than I thought I was. Bless, Celestial, bless. I'm glad. I swallow my pride so fast. Same. I have no problem shitting out or in my pants. I have shit in nature and in bags. When Mother Nature calls, you don't let that call go to the voicemail. 100%. That's how you end up really unhealthy. You don't want to hold your poops. That is not good for you. I bet those bags were shaped for use in a toilet anyways. They literally were. They're literally shaped so you would roll part of it over your hand or whatever, or set it in there. You would set it over the rim of the toilet. So you literally still sat on a toilet like you were shitting. And then the poop went into the bag, and then you just collected your bag. So then it just didn't go into the system. But people, and literally the reason for the toilets backing up is because people were so precious about the bags, they just kept using the toilets until the toilets backflowed. So then everybody was just walking around in open sewage. What the fuck? Really? Okay. And then they bitch about it, Just precious. Just really precious. Everyone. My horror story, oh God, my horror story, Katie, was that has to do with poop since we're sharing. Excellent. I didn't think this is the way it would start out. I dated a girl who broke her leg when they removed the pins from her leg. Oh God. So she had a full leg, ankle to thigh cast, and the bathroom was upstairs. She pooped in the commode. I got to empty that daily after working overnights at Walmart. It was a great time for my 19-year-old life. It's pretty fucked up, dude. I don't know if at 19 I was a big enough person to take care of someone's commode like that. Outside of my nana or immediate family. Even if that dick was sweet, I might have literally been like, stir your commode with it. I'm out. Everyone shits and someone's licking that poo dot. That's a sentence. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Tell me I'm wrong though. Staging, right? That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter if you've done it before or not. You're not precious. You're not so precious as to literally constipate yourself to the point of unhealth. That's so weird to me. And the thing was, the staff handed out all these bags individually to every single door on the cruise ship. And then literally the announcer was like, and we will come retrieve said poop bags at the end of the day. They were going so above and beyond to help people on this cruise when the power went out. And the people were still just no one did anything. No one cared about us. We had to poop in bags and we had to eat lettuce. Oh my God, grow up. Balloon knot kisses are only on shower nights. Get a bidet. Then you can kiss that balloon knot every day, all the time. We were in the army for 3 years. That broke us of so much stupid things, like not using the bathroom around others. I think because I had siblings, it was just, I had 8 siblings and there were 2 bathrooms. And so, like, the sheer amount of times where I'd be just sitting on the toilet in the morning and 3 of my sisters would be brushing their teeth or straightening their hair or showering in the same exact vicinity, but, like, what else were you going to do? That I just got really unprecious about my body really, really fast. And then I worked in medicine, and, you know, I've told you the stories of people just, like, actively looking me in the eye and being like, I think I need to shit, and then just hearing the splash on my feet before I feel the hot liquid that looks like coffee grounds and toxic sludge has just exploded out of them all over my feet. I am so not a precious person about body anything. Everybody has a body. You're all doing fucked up shit. People need to get over themselves. Like, I have no preciousness around that stuff. When I was younger, I lived up near Minnesota and it was winter. Oh my God. Were you in an igloo? And the water pump decided to stop working. It was frozen. You learn how to poop in a plastic bag. Toilet seats hold the plastic Walmart bag excellently when you need them to. That's exactly what these hazmat bags did. Like, literally, you set them over and then you just sit on the toilet like you're taking a normal shit and then you get the bag afterwards. Literally. Yeah, it functioned exactly the same. And now you're happily married. 19 years old, and then she got a huge settlement for her accident, and then she dumped me. Cunt. Sounds like a cunt. I hope she has the life she deserves. Like, the folks who can't shit in public toilets or at work seem extremely fuzzy. I'll go if I need to. I feel bad. I feel bad for those people. I knew girls in school who needed to turn the faucet on to pee. Like, they'd literally walk into the bathroom, turn a faucet on, go into a stall, and sit there for 15 minutes before they could pee. I literally, like, what happened? Who bathroom traumaed you? What happened that this is happening? Like, why does this happen to you? I'm so sorry. It's so bizarre. I just feel bad. What happened? Who traumaed you in the bathroom? Yeah, what happened? You aren't, bless. I'm not. No one treated us like royalty in an emergency. Because we'll never be royals. Oh my God, VR, no shit. That was one of the biggest complaints, is because the ship lost power because the electrical was fucked for years and they just ignored it. So it finally, like, set on fire. They lost power. So the documentary will, like, clip to the kitchen staff, and the kitchen staff is like, we were panicking. We literally had to throw away everything perishable, everything non-perishable. We tried to like, make something out of it for the people as best we could. And then it clips to these 3 girls taking Imodium like it's fucking candy. Oh my God, we paid for this wonderful vacation and all we're given is wet bread with some tomatoes and lettuce on it. I can't even tell you or explain. So they opened the bar and that was dank. Sorry, my real voice came out for a second. It's just that you're just like, dude, you literally could die and you're bitching about what food you have? Fucking what? It's just so weird. It's so weird. Maureen! How are you, my love? Good morning. I hope you're doing well. I work with a kid who goes, "Aw, gross," if I fart outside in her presence. I don't feel bad for telling her to get over it. Aw, gross. She's gonna have a really rough life if she can't laugh at farts at this young. Like, if you can't laugh at farts when you're a kid, when can you laugh at farts? I will and always will laugh at your farts. They are fucking funny. And if they stink, I'm going to give you a hard time about it if I have to smell it. But if you're literally outside, what more can you do? You're literally outside farting into the outside. What more can you fucking do for somebody? They need to get over themselves. Farts are funny. Literally, one of my favorite, this song drives me crazy. One of my favorite trends on the TikToks, I guess, I see them on Instagram because I'm old, but on Instagram is the Guess My Fart. I fucking love Guess My Farts so much. My favorite is when they get it. When the couples, like, just know each other's farts so deeply. Guess My Fart makes me laugh a lot. I love that shit. It's so funny. She just got out of prison doing 10 years. Oh, good. Due to embezzlement, working as the head accountant for a collections company. But she got out. That sucks. I used to be that person that was uncomfortable shitting at work, and now I couldn't care less. If I gotta go, I gotta go. I was that way for like 2 seconds, but I worked in mainly like, I worked at like Lowe's, a tree farm, and like everyone I worked with would genuinely be like, I need to go on a break. I have to shit. And I was like, I've never been around people that just say what they're gonna do. Like usually it's like, I need to use the toilet. So I just got over it. I was like, cool. So we're just open about that? Sick. I'm taking a break too. Okay, Sec, I don't know about that. I have performance anxiety when I pee in public restroom. When Ryan's parents were visiting, we went to the bathroom at the same time and she was talking to me. I don't know about that, the talking part. These are the sort of people that have never known poverty meals. Yes. These are the kind of people that if you ask them, have you ever had SOS? They'd go, what? Oh, you mean like Hamburger Helper? Mm-mm. If you think Hamburger Helper is poor people food, you've never been poor. Bless them, though. Bless them. Shit on a shingle. Military, bitch. You know this one. Shit on a shingle. It's like salted chipped beef, gravied, made into a gravy, and then poured over like hardtack, traditionally hardtack, but bread or noodles or some sort of starch. You know SOS. Shit on a motherfucking shingle, dude. To this day, one of my favorite meals. Bonus points if you add canned corn, and then you mix it all up into one just amalgamation of the gravy meat and the noodles and the canned corn. That is one of the best textural experiences you'll ever have. But, like, yeah. See, SOS, you fucking know shit on a shingle. Every kid loved shit on a shingle was so good. And I remember my mom, to this day, she'll be like, you know, I always felt bad about those lazy meals, you know, I'd do if I was real tired and I came home off a 12-hour shift, so I just wanted to do like shit on a shingle or something. And to this day, I'm like, Mom, those are literally my favorite meals you ever made. The comfort food, that's the comfort shit, man. It's just like fat. It's just fat. It's so good. Super Bob, that's, see, I feel like my family was like poor, but we were, because kid poor. I don't know how to put that. This is no shade on any of y'all out there breeding, but like 8 siblings, right? How much does it cost to feed one extra mouth, let alone 8? And 3 of those were big mans. And my brothers ate like they were hollow. I mean, it was insane. Like, all of us are fairly tall. None of us are short. Well, one of my brothers is short. But most of us are fairly, like, tall people. Hollow humans. My brothers, they could go through, like, a box. You know the Costco box of frozen corn dogs? They could go through that in a day. It was insane. And so I think it was, like, we were child poor in that my mom made meals based on volume. Because she knew my brothers would just, like, would just fucking house whatever she made. So it was like a race to the table, get your portion really quick, and then the rest went to the boys because they were just like feeder animals. Dread Pirates, happy Sunday. Thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive and giving it any swings. I hope you're doing well, Honeybean. I would eat shit on a shingle today. Yeah, Stajan, we like to let our disenfranchised starve to death and become homeless, and then we like to make them feel bad about not having a home over their head. Because you know how easy it is to attain a job, a livelihood, and any sort of mental stability whatsoever without a roof over your head. America, oh, fuck no. 8 growing mouths, that's insane. I have to sell kidneys, maybe my own. It was crazy. We had a lot of, like, we had a chest freezer that was full of, like, Costco stuff, like Costco corn dogs and stuff like that. A lot of food like that, because they just housed everything. Food did not last in my house at all. It would just be gone. Like, my mom would come home with groceries, and the next day, it was literally like locusts went through the kitchen. I can't imagine the stress of that for somebody, feeding that many children. Like, for that, and we were so spread out. I can't, like, seriously, I have sisters who are, like, 16 years older than me, at least. They haven't talked to me since I was 7, so I genuinely don't know how much older they are. Like, one is, like, 16 years older than me, and one's, like, 14 years older than me. All the way down to the youngest is my sister, who's 5 years younger than me. So, like, what is that, a 20-year spread of children? Disgusting. Disgusting. SOS is delicious. SOS is so good. It can be made many different ways. So, like, the way that my mom usually made it was ground beef. You like browned the ground beef and then used that as like your base. Then you added flour and whatnot in the milk and made it into like a beef gravy kind of. And then it was either mashed potatoes or boiled egg noodles, like those wiggly noodles, the little I don't know what fucking egg noodles. I don't know what else to call them. And literally, you just poured that gravy over the noodles or potatoes, and you housed it. And then usually there was some sort of canned vegetable on the side, and genuinely like canned corn or frozen corn cooked, and then mixed into that noodle gravy. It's such a good texture. Like I love it so much. It's so that is that or like mac and cheese. Those are definitely probably my major comfort foods from childhood. Shit on a motherfucking shingle. And two, I'm sure like I know that was easily one of the poorest meals we made. Whatever that means. That or sloppy joes. Did you notice yourself doing this? Oh, no. What did hold on, I have to load it. Oh, I love tuna casserole. That was another big poor meal. Okay, but and it's so funny. Because I can tell, like, if someone was fed it too much. I've dated a couple people who, like, severely loathe tuna casserole because it was fed to them so much as a kid. But genuinely, it was those egg noodles, a can of tuna, a can of, what was it? Cream of mushroom soup. And then, like, my mom put water chestnuts in it, like a can of water chestnuts. I don't know if your parents did that, but that's what my mom did. And then, like, chopped up celery, sprinkled cheese over the top, throw it in the oven. Tuna motherfucking casserole. I love that shit. Like, I'm not a fancy food person. I think I like the poor people food. It's tasty. It gives comfort. That shit is delicious. It's hot dish. How do you go wrong with hot dish? Tot casserole, my dudes. Hello? Was there mayo in it? I haven't made it in years. But what's funny is I grew up with all of these foods, and then as an adult, I discovered, I know, this is weird to say out loud, I discovered Hamburger Helper as an adult. And I was like, literally, saw it in the store, picked up the box of Hamburger Helper, and I was like, oh my god, they made boxed shit on a shingle. Oh my god, they made boxed tuna casserole. Oh my god, they made shit on a shingle easy to make? Question mark? Oh my god, wait. What's actually in this box? Is this just noodles and powder? Literally, it's crazy. Like, a box is, what, $3 and something cents? And it doesn't even come with the fucking tuna in it? That's not poor people food. That's rich people who want to eat poor people food. That's rich people taking a vacation in poor land. That's what Hamburger Helper is. I don't know, dude. They just made it more expensive. Like, beef stroganoff. Another one where it was, like, some sort of cheap fucking beef and gravy, and then my mom would throw sour cream in it. That was, like, the spice. It was like a thing of sour cream, and you were like, oh, suddenly it's not shit on a shingle. Suddenly it's beef stroganoff. Literally, that was the only difference. They made a box for it. It's just, they charged you for spice powder? I don't know. It's bizarre. I fucking love tuna casserole so much, but that box for tuna casserole, like the Hamburger Helper, it doesn't come with any of the veggies or the tuna. It comes with some noodles and a spice pack, and that's it. I don't know what they're charging for. You can get an entire bag of, you know, the big loose bag of the egg noodles for cheaper than the box of Hamburger Helper. I don't know. I think growing up kind of poor, you're very aware of food prices like that. Like I'm constantly aware of food prices. I do not like to overpay for food when I don't have to. Speaking of, I canned a lot more of my veggies last night and they look really cute. What did I do? I'm nervous. I have no idea what I did. That is so creepy. What? What the fuck? No. Ew. No. That's so unsettling. Nope. Icky. That is so unsettling. Deeply unsettled. Deeply, deeply, deeply unsettled. Nope, I did not know that happened. Cool. Cool. Habits are habits, man. Body, I guess I'm just gonna hold myself. That is so unsettling. It was right fucking, right in tune, too. Nope. I got saved from those struggle noodle casseroles because my dad wouldn't eat pasta of any kind, so they weren't allowed. Oh my god, you know what my struggle meal I wasn't allowed to have as a kid because my dad was neurotic about shit as well? My stepdad, to this day, is neurotic about this. Rice. Or as he calls it, fried lice. To this fucking day, I have not been served rice by my mother because my dad won't eat it. He's too precious for rice because it's fried lice and it feels like maggots in his mouth or something. So we just didn't eat rice growing up. Like, I love rice. One of my favorite things in the world is just a bowl of rice. Who eats rice? The fuck? Is it a leap? I don't know if my dad's ever seen Lethal Weapon. What? No, he's not. He probably. That must be where he got it. Dude, I fucking love rice. I adore rice, but my dad was the same. We did not grow up with any rice. Like, shit on a shingle was never made with rice. We never had, like, actual fried rice. Like, none of that, because my dad hates it. My stepdad will not touch rice. He despises rice. It's so weird. But same shit. Like, he would just make up weird shit about it. Or, of course, because our fathers are of a time, mine's still alive, just racism. Just, like, insert Asian racist word here with rice as an excuse not to eat it. Like, anything to just cover their precious nature with something else. Like, you're just precious. That's it. You just need to accept you're a delicate beast. It's okay to be delicate. It's not okay to be a racist piece of shit, though, so maybe let's stop that. I know. Is it a generational thing? Okay, Stajan, is it because they were all in a war that had to do with an Asian country, so they're all just Asian bigots? I have an eye twitch right now. Do you see this? It just stopped. I kind of hope it stops forever. Okay, I think we're good. Maybe it's camera shy. I get this horrible eye twitch, which just... It's so annoying. They want potatoes. I mean, I grew up on a lot of potato. Rice with butter. Yeah, buttered rice is fucking delicious, Maureen. I won't let anyone tell me that's wrong. They're just noodles, Michael. Did you see it? I hate it, dude. It's so hard to think when and it's always this eye. It's always the same eye. That was my dad, no shit. That's my mother-in-law. Mom didn't like rice. She'd make Mexican rice, but not eat any, so we grew up with potatoes being the starch for every meal. Yep, we had a lot of potatoes. More potatoes than pasta, because my mom was afraid pasta would make us fat. And genuinely, potatoes are better anyways, if you're gonna go for a starch, because potatoes actually have, like, vitamins in them, like vitamin A and whatnot, versus, like, just eating, bread or whatever. But same. So you end up, like, I didn't experience, like, Asian food until I was in my 20s, and then I started going and trying, like, sushi and stir fry and, Japanese food in general, Korean food, etc. And I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. But I never had any of it just because rice. Precious. Vex, thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving it his swings for goddamn
50 fucking months, dude. What? Holy shit.
I hate time. I'm gonna pack a bowl. I don't know the origin of it, but they want potatoes. I just wonder because, like, my grandpa, for instance, was in Pearl Harbor, and he is dead, obviously. But, man, the racism towards anyone of Asian heritage was feral. just casually feral. The shit that would slide out of his mouth. Thank fuck my mom's a hippie, so she would call him out on it, point it out. We would be like, oh, that's a bad word, and we learned very quick. You guys know my story of being in 2nd grade and my grandparents sending me to school with a certain word as my favorite nut. Because for show and tell, we were all supposed to bring to school our favorite nut because it was Christmas time and everybody had bowls of nuts around. And so I brought a Brazil nut, which is still my favorite nut. To which my mother got a call at work. Hey, your daughter just said this at school. Where'd she get that? To which my mom had to be like, oh, fuck. And I've never seen my mom more mad than yelling at my Nana that day. That was fucking wild. Because my grandparents taught me that that was not called a Brazil nut. I'm not saying it. You don't say it. We don't say it. Stajan, thank you so much for sending the class, keeping the class alive and giving me for 72 months. Is it weird that you've probably heard me say that around 72 times? Fucking weird. Rice, butter, and Parmesan, maybe some barbecue seasoning or Cajun seasoning if I'm feeling froggy. You want to know my favorite is? A bowl of rice. This is, like, I know it's kind of weird. Bowl of rice, and then I put, like, a bowl of piping hot fresh rice. Crack an egg on top of it so the egg, like, cooks on the rice, basically. And then I chop up raw onion and put raw onion all over it, like, chopped. And then I put sesame oil, chili oil, either sesame oil or chili oil. And what is it that? Chili crunch. Chili crunch. And then I just, like, take a fork or, like, the chopsticks or whatever and just fucking, like, masticate the bowl. That is one of my favorite. I invented it in college. I don't know. It's one of my favorite, like, go-to. Just, like, I need to eat something that's substantial, but, like, don't want to make food right now. It's one of my favorite meals. So good. I don't know what it is about raw onion, but I love it. I went through a poor phase because I did some bad financial shit. I ate so much rice that it had to take extra vitamins. Yeah, so you didn't get what is it? Scurvy? Yes, you don't get scurvy. Potatoes seriously are a nutritional powerhouse. I've heard of people going on diets where they, like, it helps them, like, rewrite their, taste buds by, like, just eating potatoes. But you can survive off them because they're kind of a nutritional powerhouse. It's kind of crazy. After being drafted against his will to go to Vietnam and kill people he didn't know for people he didn't agree with, he got a pass on hating products from there. I know. The same shit happened to my grandparents. Like, it's horrible. I just hate that they came back with all the hate for Asian anything. The people. Like, I understand it. I just hate it. It's a good sign, Maureen. Yeah, my grandparents, they used a lot of racist language, which you have to say, I guess they were racist, which sucks. But there's a horrible racist term for a Brazil nut. A Brazil nut kind of looks like a toe, but it's brown. Again, we don't use these words here, but little Katie went to school in 2nd grade and raised her hand and was like, "Can I tell you my favorite nut? It's a..." To which Mrs. Flaming, my 2nd grade teacher, was like, you know? Rightfully fucking so, because what? And my mom went after my grandparents. She was so mad. They didn't do it as a joke. They didn't do it like, oh, we're going to teach this little girl dirty language. It's just that's genuinely what they called that nut in the house, casually. I just pinked it up. Oh, Viata, no! Can we cheers? Can we cheers? Can we cheers? My toes are curling for you. Can we cheers? Can we cheers? Did you bonk your finger? Oh, you didn't bonk your finger. You were too slow in getting the person who decided to type those words out loud. What the fuck are you doing? I thought you hit your finger, Viata. I don't know which one I'm more mad about. Cheers. Even if, I mean, let's be real. Even if you don't know what I'm referring to, You can be like Maureen and be smart enough to be like, I don't know what you're not saying, but if Katie's not saying it out loud, maybe we shouldn't say it. My bun is the light bulb. Ding. There's not many things on this world I won't say. You guys know me. I've been around too long for you not to. Like, I like to talk about smegma. Let's be real. Not a lot of things in this world I won't say out loud. If I won't say it out loud, chances are general public probably shouldn't say it out loud. Probably. I had my first weed last week. Oh my God, how was it? What did you do? Oh my God, can we know your adventure? Oh, it's been so long for most of us. We've all been on the weeds for so long. I purged it and was typing a message. They did it again. I don't know what to do. Thank you for the hype train. Is it a real one? We missed you, Glut. See, David, and that's the way to do it. You just write it off as like Katie's talking nonsense again. Let's just get high and not think about it. Yeah. Thank you, whichever mod did that. That's the second time they said that, and I was getting heated. I know I say this too often, and I don't say this. For one, I don't need to butter my mods up, but I don't say this to butter my mods up. I wouldn't survive as a streamer without them. I didn't even see it until it was banned. I appreciate you guys. If something like that goes by in chat and y'all notice it, feel free to at me. If I don't do anything about someone typing something like that, I think it's pretty clear I missed it. I missed it. Sean, how are you, love? Can't smoke the blues away when you're wearing it. Oh, bless. Right? If the nice lady who openly tells stories about C. diff won't say a word, fucking don't. I think that's a really safe, I mean, I'm not to toot my own horn, not to toot my own horn, but I think that's a really safe rule to go by. Like, if I won't say it out loud, chances are it's pretty bad. I like to talk about the gross stuff. That's not it. Yeah. Sorry, but not. There's my haunted Victorian child. What up, Music Man? I'm finally starting to not feel sick today, and that's awesome, because I have been sick all week with just this fucking sinus infection that has been driving me crazy. And my mods just got to beat someone. I mean, kind of. Got to ban someone who thought it was appropriate to type. Yeah, if Eminem won't say the word, don't say the word. Can we talk about this? What the fuck is Luna? What's Luna? Cool, so it's not some fucking weird AI like Gemini or something, yeah? I just noticed it and was like, it's like every other website where it's like, use Grok, use Gemini, use whatever. What is it? There's another one out there. Oh, thank fuck. All right. That was it. Thank fuck. Good. Cool. All right. I'm fine. I'm better now. That was it. Just a quick question. Okay, it was boring, but in a good way. I did half of a 10 THC, 30 CBN gummy for sleep, and no high, so the journey continues. Okay, would you like to know why you didn't get high? I deleted Gemini off my phone the moment it was there. Chat actually taught me how to delete it off my phone, because I was like, guys, I don't want this. I don't use AI. I don't want this on my phone. They taught me how to delete the app. To deactivate it. That was a purely medicinal dose. And in my experience, Kate, correct me if I'm wrong, but like a 10 to 30 ratio CBD to THC to CBD, that CBD is going to cancel out the THC. So genuinely, Maureen, one thing that a lot of stoners, and I advise all stoners do, everyone should have this. Mine is up on a shelf up there. You need to have CBD gummies around because it can help neutralize the high when you get too high. So what you did is you just pre-neutralized your high before you could get high. So that 30 milligrams of CBD or CBDN or whatever, that's enough to put me under. That's going to put me to sleep. No psychoactive effect whatsoever, but I'm going to go to sleep. So like you took so much CBD that you took a medicinal, like barely medicinal dose of CBD to go to sleep, but not enough THC to even feel high because you're so sleepy. Does that make sense? Are they almost the same? I was going to look it up. Yeah, CBD, it counters. There you go. Lemonade and peppercorns will also bring you down. There you go. So if you want to feel it, get a gummy or something that has no CBD in it whatsoever. So like I have these ones. This is what I've been taking at night. They've been really fun. Ripped. They're 10 milligrams a piece, 100 milligrams for a bag. No CBD. And then get a bag of just CBD gummies. CBDN or whatever. Just CBD gummies. So they're separate. Take this one, wait a couple hours, and if you feel too high or you're uncomfortable, then you can take one of these guys and you can start to kind of counter it that way. Does that make sense? Fucking Doritos. I know. But 100%, yeah, CBD is usually what helps, it counters your high. So can chewing on a black peppercorn, some citrus. Like on the flip side of the coin, mango allegedly keeps you high longer. I don't know. There's all sorts of weird sciences to it. But yeah, like a 10 milligram of THC is barely anything if you're an adult. Like just a human adult body. But that amount of CBD probably absolutely counteracted it, so you just didn't feel it, which sucks because I hope you can get high one day. My chat just doubled. Sorry, I was scrolling up it. What books have come across my desk to be produced in audio form for the blind and print disabled? Is it Dungeon Crawler Carl? Is it Dungeon Crawler Carl? Or is it serial killer stuff? I haven't let my phone update yet. It's been trying to do it for 2 days, Glut, and I keep saying no. That's a good way to put it. That's a really good rule of thumb, honestly. If the CBN or CBD number is higher than the THC number, you're not going to get high. In general. There might be outliers, but in general, I would say that's a good rule of thumb you could follow. 10 milligrams works hypothetically for me as well, but I so rarely take edibles, and when I take them on an empty stomach. So I just get this little twinge of like, oh, I'm nice and high, and that's really nice, and I can sit, but it's not a lot. And if I eat first, I don't really feel anything. But I don't take edibles very often. So my tolerance isn't very high. There's the entourage effect where you do want some cannabinoids, but only if you have enough THC, exactly. Like, there's the math to it, right? I feel blessed for living in Denmark, but we're still backwards regarding marijuana. There's so many places in the world that are, and I feel like it's multiple things. It's lobbying of tobacco companies and alcohol companies. Like, they do not want to lose their business to marijuana, and they will, unfortunately, because marijuana feels great and doesn't kill you. It's awesome. It doesn't give you lung cancer. Like, you literally can't, like, as far as we know, and we know a lot, you can't die from weed unless a crate of it falls on your head and snaps your neck. Like, that's the only way weed can kill you. You can take enough edibles to feel like you're dying or to feel crazy, but it's not killing you. Like, we're a forever customer, you know what I mean? Like, your product isn't killing us, whereas alcohol and cigarettes absolutely is. But also, there's just this older generation that hasn't died off yet, bless them. I like some of them, and I don't necessarily want them to die off, but they definitely have antiquated views and antiquated opinions that they just refuse to give up. Oh, I had a friend who lost his mind on acid, and weed's a gateway drug. I mean, fucking Elton John just recently literally publicly decided to put out a tweet or something that was like, I believe that weed is a gateway drug and it's terrible for the mind. And so now it's like we've just reestablished another old bitch whose opinion doesn't matter, who won't shut the fuck up. I've smoked weed literally since I was 11. Went to college for 9 years, went and worked at the most prestigious hospital in the United States of America, all on weed. I promise you, it's not any of those things. I don't crave any other drugs. Weed doesn't make me want to put a needle in my arm. Like, I don't know anybody who it does. it's such a stupid, antiquated view with no scientific backing whatsoever that weed is a gateway drug. And those are the voting bodies, unfortunately. It sucks. Donut Queen Anne Chunk is best character ever. Hail her.
Hail, yes, it is. Shut up.
It is? Yes! We got books 2 through 4. That's what's up, dude. Seriously, Dungeon Crawl Carl is such a fun series. Oh, okay. Yeah. Does Dad still live here? Yeah. You should go to him. Just broke. Hello, sir. What are you up to? What? Yeah. Go. Get him. Go get him. Whatever it is. Go get the perpetrator of sound. Are you done? No. You want to come say hi? Hi, Bubba. Good morning. Thank you. You're the best. Okay. Thank you. They are tall doggos. Big, dumb, tall doggos. He can reach my shoulders while I'm standing. It's crazy. They're huge. They're quite large dogs. Rod Stewart's a fucking twat too. Yeah, they're all fucking hypocrites. They're just hypocrites who somehow forgot all the drugs and weed they did as children. Like, I don't know one pothead that has smoked pot and suddenly been like, I think I want to do more. I think I want to do more and something worse and more serious. We actually thrive in the fact that we can do as much as our drug as we possibly want and we don't die. One of our favorite things in the world is to be like, look how much I can smoke and not die. Ha 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 ha. I don't understand. He's like doing that holding on to me thing with his feet. Right into my collarbone. You're just such a sweet boy. You just hold on really tight. I know. Mom! Dad lives here! Oh, God! I know. It's crazy how that works out. Don't pull my shirt off. Thank you so much. Oh? Oh, there he is. Go get him. There he is. This is the hall that they just completely forget exists every day. Zeke is literally less than 15 feet down that hall sleeping and working. And yet, every single day. Bob, who's the man in the house? What's going on? There, they're gone. Every fucking day. Bless their hearts. I love them so much. They're so stupid. It is around break time. I usually take them out and they have themselves a little jog. Oh my God, my dudes. There's so much fucking zucchini in my yard. I'm genuinely, nervous. Unfortunately, the audio versions are only for the blind and print disabled. I produce them for the National Library Service for the blind and print disabled through the Library of Congress, so not commercially available. That's still fucking sick. I still think that's amazing. Do you guys need to go outside? I've smoked a lot as a teenager, never had a desire to do anything stronger. Same. I don't, and I still don't. I was so high last night and this morning, perfectly not until I smokes again. Isn't that the best? That's the best. Seriously, do you remember hangovers, Mish? It's been so long since I had a real hangover, but my God, when I, have one or remind myself of one, or, weren't we just talking about getting the spins recently or something like that? I'm just reminded of how, I can smoke, an ounce of this shit immediately before bed and wake up not high and just feeling great until I smoke again. And it's so cool. I love it. It's the best. I don't know. Oh, staging so bad. Dude, I skeeted / tweeted a video of what it was like around my house that night. It started at about 10:30 in the morning and it didn't end until around 3:30 in the morning. 3:34 a.m. I think is about when I started drifting off. That's when it was finally not happening anymore. Bombs. Because it's literally like I'm on the street. It's right there in the middle of the street. And yeah, it's illegal. It's crazy. It's so loud it shakes the house. So like Trick was okay. Lil was not having a good time. Like, and they did it again last night. So of course she was not having a good time. Like she just gets really nervous. And I think rightfully so. They make me nervous. They're so if you watch that video that Skeet tweeted, like I do like a 360 of the sky around my house. It's like living in a war zone. You can't barely see any of the explosions that are happening. Most of them, because I think that's the big law, is they don't want any going a certain height because then they spread and they can cause fires and whatnot. So they have to stay relatively close to the ground. So all I'm getting is like boosh, 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 and really not seeing anything. It's just like a fucking war zone. And I guarantee they think the world's ending. To which a chat responded, "Is it not?" So, I mean... My sister's dog is apparently so anxious now. The fact that her cat even exists upsets him. Is it because of the fireworks or just like in general? It's going to be so much bread and soup knives. I don't know what else to do with it. I canned some of it. I pickled one squash and I pickled one zucchini. So when those are ready, I will try them and see if that's even worth it. Because if that's worth it, I love pickles. I'll pretty much almost eat anything pickled. So if those turn out dank, that'd be sick, but I have no idea. I genuinely, I've never seen pickled squash in my life. So I don't know. I hope for the best though. The real gateway is scummy dealers trying to upsell their clientele. Legalization puts an end to that 100%. The real upsell is dirty weed. The real upsell is drugs laced with fentanyl, which if you federally legalize something and you actually have like a governing body watching the product and making sure it's not getting dripped with fucking nasty ass drugs like fentanyl, that's where you regulate and keep things safe. But no, let's leave it in the hands of dealers. Let's smoke, expired vapes that could be making us sick or whatever. Let's nurse that. Zoodles are the shit. I'm definitely going to make zoodles. I'm going to stir fry all the things. I made the bread. I made a lot. It's just like, if I just take a break, I could go out there and come back with a handful of zucchinis and squashes at least this big. That's how many are out there at this point. It is crazy how much squash is out there. Tomorrow, I'm doing a swap of veggies and stuff with Scott and Bree. So I don't think they realize how... Zeke just told him I'm bringing them zucchini bread. I'm bringing them so much more. I hope they know what to do with it. It's just... But I'm not mad about it. It's a shit ton of free food in my yard. I'm just like, I'm getting stressed because I'm like, I don't want it to go bad. I need to pick it and do something with it. But goddamn. We need to take a break. It's actually a good coffee break time. I need to pee again. Hangovers are horrid. I've never had a weed hangover in my life. The only thing that's ever happened is I have had too many edibles and woken up a little bit high, but that's it. Literally, that's it. Like a vodka sauce. Oh my god, zoodles with a vodka sauce? Fuck yes. My sister and I got really high and watched Counterpoint's video for like 3 hours on like Tuesday and Wednesday. That sounds amazing. In general, he's just a very anxious boy. Poor baby. I didn't even think I should make kimchi. Last night, what I did, so the night before 4th of July, what we did is we did canning while watching movies with movie night, because I had to be up with the dogs and like distracting them in some way. So I canned zucchini, squash, and what did I can? Oh, I did the radishes and onions, red onions. Did a shit ton of that. And then last night I did jalapenos. I tried to make my own like giardia mix. Giardina mix. That like spicy pickle that's got like carrots and cauliflower and onions or something or whatever. I made some of those last night. And I put garlic in them, but I didn't even think to do kimchi. I could kimchi anything. Pickled, I did. Oh yeah, the only thing I hate the prep work for pickled garlic. Sitting there and just very individually and delicately peeling garlic cloves. I'm a garlic girl. If you're not watching, I smash my palm of my hand onto my desk very hard. I crush that shit and then get the peel off because I just don't have the time to waste. But with pickled garlic, you want it to look pretty. You want it to be like whole garlic cloves. You have to sit there and like peel The garlic clone. I'm only, see, here's the thing. Everything I'm pickling is coming out of my garden. So like I have garlic in my garden that I'm going to be pickling. I do. I'm crushing it out here. I'm garden crushing it with my garlic. Rage, Viata told me, because I have a lot of neighbors that are just like families, and I live right next to a school. Kids are walking by my house constantly. Viata had the idea to just put out a tiny table with a little sign and an umbrella and just stack all the zucchini out there, because I'm gonna have stacks. I can there's easily at least at this point 15 zucchini and squash that I haven't picked, and then hundreds of blossoms. I'm going to have so much that I could just put piles out there. And I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like putting fresh produce out is smarter and is more likely to be taken because people are more nervous about the more processed it is. Like, what if I put poison on the corner? But I don't know. You know, like if it's canned stuff, they don't know how I canned it. They don't know if it's safe. They don't know if I know proper canning procedures. I do. My canning is great. But you know what I'm saying? They don't know any of that. Versus if I just stack a shit ton of zucchini out there, there's going to be a mom or someone that drives by and is like, bitch, I want that zucchini. Did that sign say free zucchini? Like, I can't fuck with a zucchini. Right? That was my logic in my head. I felt like that was better because it's similar with like, you know, bake sales really don't exist anymore. You don't bake anymore. You can buy pre-bought things and bring it to a bake sale because everybody's so nervous that someone slipped laxatives or drugs into it or something. So I just assume. Oh my God, Erican, dude. I wouldn't be able to like regularly supply them though, but that's honestly not a bad idea. Razor blades, right? Something, I don't know. I mean, literally that whole thing with razor blades and the candy, like I don't even think I don't think anybody ever found anything. Giardia, I always think Giardia when I see it. But it's like Giardina, I think. I've heard about that stage, and I tried it one time and it didn't work, but I tried it with like one garlic clove. I don't know. I've got to find, if I can find like a good way of just like quickly peeling garlic and keeping the cloves nice and whole, I totally would. Because I've got a lot. I'd recommend the baskets or something, because if you put out the table, you may not get the table back. What about like a broken laundry basket full of zucchini? Like I just turn the basket upside down and stack all the zucchini on the bottom of it, but on the top of it. Do you know what I'm saying? With like a sign that just says free, take it. I don't have a table to put out there. I probably would just nail together some boards and hope for the best. When I was working at the hospital and you left your car unlocked, you'd get Mystery Zook in your car. I want Mystery Zook. Giardia. I don't know. That one. Something like that. They're delicious. I love it, but I made my own. I'll grab some on my break and I'll show you a couple of the jars. Because I try to make them aesthetic. I try. I'm just happy the lids popped. That's all I give a fuck about. I just don't want anyone getting botulism, and I just want them lids to pop, and that's all. And they did, so we're good. Other neighbors with gardens might be able to institute a trade. No. There's a lady that lives down the road. They don't know me. I just walk past them with my dogs all the time, but she has like a mini cornfield, and she has chickens and stuff. Maybe I could trade for eggs. Bitch, you like squash? Because I got the hookup on squash. That's what I was thinking, Sterilize. Literally like a little, like one of those street libraries, but it would be all squash and zucchini and whatever else my garden produces. Like this is in a couple months. I would say probably in August/September-ish. This conversation is going to be tomatoes. So if any of y'all out there are also nutballs that do everything and have 5 million hobbies and maybe you've canned before, tomatoes are going to be my problem. I'll go count them. I think I have at least 20 tomato plants right now. Because I have bad self-control. I planted all my seeds and I can't stand thinning them out. It makes me sad killing them. And they're all huge and they all have tomatoes on them. They're green, but like... No shit, Glut. I have been watching them like a fucking hawk because I want to make fried green tomatoes this year. I've never done it. I've had them. I love them. I've never made them. I did so many types. I did a bunch of heirloom types that I got off of Baker Creek. And then Scott actually gave me a couple plants that I planted. One's a tomatillo. That's not a tomato. It actually is so interesting. I've never grown a tomatillo. That is such a different plant. One's a tomatillo, and then there's like a cherry tomato and then some other kind of tomato. I don't know what that third one is. We're going to have to see. But mine are like varying. I did, the Atomic from Baker Creek. I did like the cherry Atomics. I did the Roma Atomics. And then I did the Black Crim. And then I did, oh, fuck. It's some sort of tomato. It's not a Roma, but it was a Roma. It's not a Roma tomato, but it's like one that's supposed to be really good for sauces because that's basically all I really want them for. The cherry tomatoes I'll eat like candy, but big tomatoes, I'm not like a sandwich person, or I don't even know what else the fuck you do with big tomatoes, but sauce, I'm going to can the fuck out of them. Romas are your sauce, and this one's like a Roma, but, you know, some heirloom variety that apparently is really good for sauce. But that's what it looks like, is a Roma, like the long, you know, shape. Plant the tomatoes next to the jalapenos. Do you want to know what I did, Erican? Ha 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 ha. I planted my blueberries next to my jalapenos. So that'll be fun. I put pics in rating of my koala shoes. Wait. Where are they? In arting, not rating. I was going to say, what the fuck is rating? I mean, I let my mods have control of the Discord, so like if they added a random new Discord that was just called rating, I wouldn't be shocked. Oh my fucking god. The fact that you make shit like this, and you have the balls to say things out loud like, guys, I just hate sewing. The ears are lopsided. Fucking shut up. You made koalas for the feet of a child with your hands. And if you need someone to remind you of that miracle, I'm here to remind you. You made feet koala. For a human, whatever. Looks like a small foot to me. It's fucking crazy cool. You genuinely, like, bitch, you gotta give yourself credit. This is so cool. I could not begin to wrap my skull around how you have done this. No. I love it. I love them. Yeah. Like, what the fuck? How long does it take you to make something like this? Because that's... Oh, I think it's a San Marzano or something. San Marzano? That sounds hella familiar. I wrote it down somewhere. I just gotta find which book. SIL is something like 5'1". Oh, so child size. That makes more sense. Still fucking amazing. That's so cool. You're a talented fucking hoe. You're a hardworking, talented hoe. I hate the word talented because sometimes it implies that you didn't work hard for the skills you have. You worked hard for the skills you have, but you're still a fucking talented hoe because I couldn't do that. 5 hours? God damn. Like, if you calculate that like at a decent, at like a survivable-ish salary, those are $100 koala shoes. Like, if you were being paid $20 an hour, those are like $100 koala feets. I just need to point that out. I mean, if you were being paid poorly, those are $50 koala feets. That's really cool. Pollux is with me right now. He's a cuddly cat. Give him snuggles. I grew that exact strain from Baker's Creek. Did it grow well? Because mine are flourishing. They are getting so big right now, and they're covered in blossoms. I have an Instapot, which works the same, yes. Do you have a sauce recipe? A canning sauce recipe? Because I need it. Like, it's literally all I can think of that I'm going to do, because I also planted basil and garlic. So I can literally just make sauce out of my garden once they're here. But man, it's just like every plant is covered in those tiny little green guys right now. So I'm waiting to see which ones are which. And then I'm going to make fried green tomatoes. That's absolutely happening. But also sauce. All the sauce. 5 hours isn't bad. To be frank, on our 3D printer to print shoes, even that size, it would do 3 to 6 hours depending on the design. Right? And that's a fucking 3D printer. You are a human 3D printer. That's so cool. I'm so flabbergasted with you. Anyways, I have to pee so bad I can't think straight. Stand up, stretch your legs, take a pee, make a coffee. We'll be right back. I just gotta pee. I can't think. I could pull this down, but like, what's the point? I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm wearing shorts. So, morning, Rodney. I pickled. These were the things I pickled 2 days ago. So I did red onions and green onions. And accidentally wrote the date on it, British, like in the European style, and confused myself on the label. But those are my red onions, and I tried to be aesthetic about it. I was like, look at that witch's brew. Right? It's kind of pretty. And then I did, last night, this is the Giardia. These are jalapenos from my garden, and onions from my garden. The cauliflower is not from my garden. More Giardia. These were pickled last night, and they are popped, bitches. I'm so happy. And then this is a big one. I did zucchini. I pickled zucchini with the Giardia mix. I'm just going to call it Giardia now. I don't know. That's my brand, Giardia. Let's go. Poop water. Manjacan, thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving it swings. I fucking appreciate you. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent. Thank you. I've never had pickled zucchini, though, so I don't know. I hope. Because I don't know what else to do with all the zucchini I have. Other than just making all the fucking bread in the world. And soup. I don't know. So, this is an experiment. Let's hope. Let's all hope for the best. And then this is the squash. It's just so pretty. Can we talk about how cute the squash is when it's canned? It's so pretty. This is not a Giardia mix. This is just a pickle. But I did onions, or carrots and onions and garlic in the top. And then this is my yellow squash from my garden. But isn't it just, like, aesthetically pretty as fuck? I know. I'm sitting here and, like, wearing nothing. Like, yeah, look at my jar of vegetables. I realize what I'm trying to attempt here and getting you excited about my canned things with me. But, like, they're so pretty. Look at the color variation. And they popped. And that's the best thing. If you don't know what that means, when you can them, you, like, boil these, basically. And then when you take them out, as they cool off, the bell jar lid does this thing. And that means you've got a seal. That means it, like, sealed itself, so then you can take this off, and this will not come off. It's very nerve-wracking to do this, but this means good seal. Yay! She's on there. And popped. I was gonna say it, but also, no, I know. It's ridiculous. Like, I'm sitting here like, guys, what do you guys think of, like, canned fruit? Okay, I'll be right back. Not fruit, veggies. Be right back. I did this too because literally we were talking about it yesterday and Vissy was like, I've never tried anything else that's pickled, but I think I'd try a pickled bean. So I made pickled beans and I'm going to vow not to open this until Vissy's here to open it with me and try my pickled beans and shallots. Have you ever pickled a shallot? I haven't. Anywho. Well, dude, Music Man, so here's the thing. This is why I'm pickling. I don't have very much fridge and or freezer space. If you can, they don't have to go in the fridge. Exactly what Crispy said. So you ever see like pictures in movies or whatever of people who have like a cellar where the walls are just lined in canned goods in jars that are beautiful. That's why. They've been pressure cooked into submission, into living forever in a glass jar. Forever meaning like up to like 4 years, depending on what you can. But genuinely, you can just leave them on the shelves. They do not have to be cold. You obviously put them in the fridge if you want to eat. Like, put one in the fridge, get it cold before you eat it if you want to eat it cold. But other than that, like, after a couple weeks, I could just crack these bitches and eat them off the shelf. That's the whole point of canning, is it's like, literally, you don't need electricity to keep your food fresh. You know what I mean? It's like cans. Literally, so many people on stream have been genuinely kind of interested. I kind of want to try canning on stream one of these days. It's so easy. That's it. Like, do you have a stainless steel pot? Can you invest in some ball jars with lids? It's like, if you have Amazon, you can get the ball jar, like the ball Bible of canning it's on Kindle Prime or Kindle, what is it? Kindle Unlimited for free. Like, you can read it for free. What is it? It's Kerr and Ball. Those are the two jars that I have been aware of my entire life. My family's a Ball family, but there's Kerr jars, Kerr, and then I think there's like 2 other brands that are pretty popular, but Kerr and Ball are like, yeah, those are the only 2 I've ever had or worked with or whatever. But you can even go, like, when I went to the thrift store with Rod, shelves are lined in ball jars. Lined. And they're like 49 cents a piece. It's crazy. It's so cheap. It's really not a very expensive hobby to get into. There are fun tools and stuff you can get to make it easier, but at the end of the day, literally, you sanitize these glass jars, stuff whatever the fuck you want into them, make a pickle brine or something, pour that in it, lid, screw, boil for 20 minutes, hope it pops. Like, literally the end is the shitty part, because you're like, if I didn't get a good seal, then you, basically what happens is if your lid doesn't pop, what you've done is you've made a quick pickle and you have to eat that within 2 weeks. That's it. It's not going to be shelf stable if it doesn't pop. Mason Ball and Kerr, yep. I use them as glasses. Grandma used Kerr for fruits, Ball for veggies, and I never got a clear explanation than I just do. You know, I think, honestly, my family did the same, and I think it's because, correct me if I'm wrong, Kerr did those tiny jars that had, like, the diamond pattern all over them. Do you know the ones I'm talking about that, like, all of our nanas made jam in? Like, the jar had, like, a texture. I think those were Kerr, and it was just like, that was the way. That's what you made jam in. I don't know why, though. A rack or a jar lifter is maybe the only specialty thing, right? The jar lifter is my favorite. The jar lifter tool, like, that's the only, that, or like, you know, so the little magnet to get the lids out of the pot is kind of nice, but you can just fucking use tongs. Like, you don't need these things. Rod, seriously, that was genuinely the only reasoning I ever got. That's just what you do. Like, okay. And I mean, man, what a good marketing ploy with our moms and our nanas, because to this day, I won't buy anything but Ball or Kerr. There's probably other canning shit out there, but that's what I've got. It's really fun because it's like that's a lot of people were telling me when I first started growing all the zucchini and squash. And I think it was Mish was like, be careful, it's going to start blowing up. I was like, oh, fuck, if it starts blowing up, I genuinely have to start thinking about what I'm going to do with all of it. And the vast majority of people were like, grate it into plastic bags and freeze it, which great idea. I'm not discounting this idea by any means. That is such a good idea to preserve squash to make bread or stir fries or whatever the fuck you're going to do with it later. Fritters. I don't have any freezer space. I have your very run-of-the-mill kitchen fridge that has like the freezer is the bottom half of the fridge and it's a drawer that comes out. I don't have that kind of space. So for me, I really needed to dig and find some sort of preservation method that had nothing to do with freezer space. So canning was the best option for me because I got shelf space off the shits. I have walls. I can shelf space everywhere, but not fridge and not freezer, which sucks. And you don't have to pickle them. I love a pickle. I'll eat fucking anything pickled. I don't know what it is about pickles. I just love them. But you can just can shit in water, really. Boiled water. And I'm turning my cellar. It's going to be my storage for all this canned food. I've been working on it literally, I worked on it like so hard last Monday and then got sick. So I haven't been able to go back into the cellar for a week. It sucked. Oh my God. No shit, Maureen. Have you ever had pickled blueberries? Because really good. Like shockingly good. I know. I think they're supposed to go in drinks or something, but like actually pretty tasty. No shit, Rod. You could have the root cellar from the Evil Dead cabin. Dude, my cellar literally looks... I sent a video of it. I sent a video of how much I'd cleaned it up to Knives, and his first comment was, wow, that looks like the cellar from Barbarian. And if you haven't seen Barbarian... that movie is fucking nasty. But apparently my cellar looks a lot like the Barbarian cellar, so... Oh, Barbarian's a horror movie. For any of those with a lot of body horror that has to do with a boob. I don't know what to say. That was my 3-second impersonation of Barbarian. I don't know. That was about it. Messed up but enjoyable. It was. It's scary. It got me. It was like, it was the level of deeply unsettling body horror that I'm like, oh yeah, that's going to sit with me for a bit. But my cellar kind of looks like that because it's like low ceiling, dirt floor covered in plastic kind of cellar. Like maybe they were plasticking it up to murder people. It's a dress. It is hot. We are a hot tamale these days. Yeah, and yesterday we got like cloud covers, so it got muggy. I don't even know what the temperature is, but it's warm. 89. It's not terrible. But like my biggest problem is the sun comes up right here. I'm right up against a wall, and then it travels this wall all day. So it just bakes my corner of the house. It's just hot. And then I have my 2 PCs, so I kind of sit here and cook. The dress helps air out my fleshes. I'm wearing shorts, though. I totally am. I feel like I have to state that every 15 minutes. She's wearing shorts, y'all. Just so Twitch doesn't come at me. I'm wearing shorts. You just see my stomach skin. It's fine. You've seen that before. Is it humidity cocky? I don't know what's real feel. 89 feels like 92. Honestly, Cocky, would you not agree that over 80 degrees, it's just nope? I feel really nope about it. Just, I'll look at it. Cheers. My bikini top it's supposed to be like an oil spill. But it's definitely rainbowy. It's supposed to be like oil spilly though. But the bottoms for this are a thong, so I had to wear different bottoms because the only way I can wear something like this in public as a front-facing woman is to put shorts on because my body is so offensive and so distracting. Like, look at all of you not doing well because of it. Some of you have literally seen my body almost every day for 10 years. You're doing terribly, by the way. So distracting. Would you not agree that the more often you saw my body, the less distracting it'd probably become? But who am I? It's almost like if we were just normal about bodies, then people would stop being so precious about them all the time. Strange concept. Glut, did your family recognize you after you lost 1,000 pounds? I thought about that the other day. We were talking about you in movie night. Everybody misses you all the time, by the way. Almost every night in movie night, someone's like, "Where's Glut?" And we tell them, and they get sad. But I was thinking about that because, like, TwitchCon, like, for those of you who don't know, Glut's lost over 80 pounds now. How much have you lost altogether? It's fucking insane. And, like, I know what Glut looks like. Like, I'm not an idiot. But, like, you don't just lose 80 pounds and stay looking the same. I don't think anyone can do that. Like, that's some fucking transformation shit, you know? You said thong and I blacked out for a moment. You were saying something? Shorts and shirts. Ask Zeke that question. Wait, which one? About the... which one? Oh, shit. Isn't real feel what they call the synthetic flesh they use for sex dolls' toys? Ew, is it? Like sex... Oh, maybe. I don't know. Is it? Real feel. That's a weird way to put it. 85 or so, not sure if this weekend, you physically cannot gain weight in only 3 days. Don't let your brain do that to you. You're just literally full of shit and water retention due to salt. I'm so bloated right now, dude. I don't know what it's been, like, post-period. My stomach is so distended, and I hate it so much, and every day I have to give myself this same talk. Like, Katie, there's no fucking way that you can gain poundage in 3 days. It's impossible. Similarly, you're not losing real weight in 3 days. Like, that's water weight. We have to keep coaching ourselves because otherwise we get fucked up in the head. It's impossible. Like, you have to full out binge for at least a month before your body actually starts to have noticeable changes. You have to, like, consistently be binging over, like, crazy amounts of calories for that to happen. I have to tell myself this all the time because I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? I'm so bloated! It's nothing I did. I have to tell myself that because otherwise I'm like, better starve myself and just drink water. Oh, hello, Edie. How are you today? Oh, bitch, just be flying around. Perch, stay a while. None of that. We won't have that here. We celebrate bread and we believe in having good food and being healthy. I'm not preaching to anyone. I'm just saying in general, that's our tone here. I don't believe in magic food. All of that bullshit. We just gotta be happy. That's it. It's funny, we went to a barbecue with my sister's friends and I made cowboy caviar. Wait, didn't you just teach us what that is? Was it amazing? Twitch being a prude. Oh, well, it's Amazon now. It's because Amazon owns them. Amazon hates porn. Ask Zeke for the more exposure to seeing your body makes... Oh. You ruined it. Shall we have our daily cuntings, everyone? Cunt it up. Cunt it up. Took me 5 years to plateau between 280, 285, and in 2021, I was sitting at 384. Holy shit, you've lost half your body almost. That's fucking insane, Sins. Congrats. That's no little thing. That is fucking wild. That is... Wow. That's crazy. That's no small feat, dude. Food also isn't tomorrow. No, I love food. I was worried because it's basically like a bowl of veggies, but it was a big hit. Fuck yes. Man, I judge a restaurant by its salad bar more than anything. Like, seriously, if someone's like, oh, do you want to go to this place, this pizza place? Usually that's what it used to be. I'd be like, no, this salad bar sucks. Let's go somewhere else. Their produce is shit. Anybody can cook a burger. Your fries and your salad bar suck, though. We're gonna have problems. I get excited about a good salad, dude. I don't know. Weren't we just talking about this? Someone in chat had to go. Hertz, was it you? Someone in chat was going to like a barbecue or something and they had to make like a fucking like delicious side or something. And we all suggested cucumber salad. Like, we could have been out here like buttered mashed potatoes, buttered asparagus, like mayo based. Nah, we were like, you know what I get excited about at a barbecue? Something crisp and fresh. Something that like changes the palate profile because everything is sticky and sweet and fatty and heavy. Like, give me that bright, fresh, anything. Cowboy caviar, I'd fucking get down on. Cucumber salad is so good. Cunt, Adelphia. Oh my god. Amazon hates prawns. Yeah, like if you search like dildo or something, you won't get it. They have to be named something else because they're very prudish about it. But yeah, Amazon is very like, for instance, there's a relationship between Amazon and PayPal that exists to the point where if you work on certain websites, you cannot get direct deposit into an Amazon or a PayPal account because they will not accept a direct deposit from a company that may or may not let me display my nipples. Isn't that weird when you say it that way? Some places are like, yeah, your nipples are cool, and some places are like, no nipples. Wild. But there's a lot of places that are straight up like, oh, that's where your money's coming from. It's not good here because it's nipples. It's so weird. The things you learn being of the sex employed. How do you say that without saying it? A hooer? Just a hooer. Also, I did KFC coleslaw. It's a really simple recipe for the dressing. Oh, really? Their coleslaw is actually kind of dank. I bet Amazon would crash if you search for nipples. I think they just block you for 79 days. Tell that to Amazon Video because Bigfoot's Wild Weekend is on Prime. Dude. Do you want to see that? Didn't we watch a trailer for that and it was just kind of like the whole time? And someone said it's terrible. I can't remember. I feel like we watched a trailer for that and someone said they saw it and it was nothing like they thought it was going to be. It's literally the oldest profession. That's a good way of putting it, yeah. You're welcome. I'm an antique. Sex Employed feels like a punk band name. It does. But sex worker implies I work, and everyone knows I'm just taken care of by my pimp, so. That's a tough one. Did you actually watch it? Oh my god, was it terrible? I haven't seen it. I must have been traveling. Was it the worst thing or was it good? Oh god. I've always been sex positive though. I feel like more people should be sex positive and less mean. Like, why is it so socially acceptable to make fun of foot fetishes? That's something I'll never stop asking. There's so many fetishes and shit that people are into out there, and yet the one that's like openly acceptable to like jokingly shame across the fucking board is just someone who likes feet. You know there's people who eat poop, right? Corpophilia. Corpo something. Corpophilia is liking the act of pooping. But like, it's feet? Okay. I'm pretty sure half of us love to get a good pedicure and feel like our feet look nice, yeah? And even more of us live in flip-flops all the time. Just like exposing them sexy ass feet. What's wrong with liking feet? They're literally there all the time. That one's very polar. It is. And I always wonder why, though. That's it. No shade either way. Just like, I have neither opinion. I do not have a fetish for feet, but I do not find it gross when people fetishize my feet. I find it flattering. I'm like, oh, thank you. I do take care of my feet. I like to have good feet health. I pay for pedicures sometimes so they look pretty. It feels nice to put on sandals and be like, my feet feel nice. Doesn't mean I want to fuck my feet, but I do take pride in how they look. I need to get new nail polish, speaking of. I don't grok feet for some reason. Grok them? What's that mean? We all find something taboo and not, like, we need to be more accepting of that such, especially when it's harmless. You know, like, genuinely, when people go like, oh my god, I'll deal with anything but someone into feet. I'm like, you know there's pedophiles out there, right? Like, a lot. And yet the hill you're gonna die on is someone who's into some well-taken care of feet. Okay. But then usually you find out they hate both, and I'm like, at least you hate both. But, like, are they on the same level for you? Because, like, what the fuck? Okay. It's odd. But to, you know. Furries get the same. Furries are like the butt of jokes, which is wild because you have no idea who's in that fursuit. That could be your boss. I know a lot of very, very like seemingly quote unquote, for lack of a better word, normal functioning people in society who on every moment they're not at work. And sometimes when they're at work in their suit and tie, they have a butt plug in that has a tail attached because they live that life. And they have to put up with all of you making them the butt of jokes. I think it's fucked up. All of you, meaning society. Obviously, you guys don't do it. We have a huge furry community here. You guys are very welcome. We welcome everybody who's not doing anything illegal. Like, you're welcome because you're human. But it is odd to, like, alienate it. I don't have to understand it to accept it. And I'm so sorry, but the amount of people that are like, I just can't wrap my head around it. I just don't understand it. Who got little baby boners watching Lola Bunny and Space Jam? You really can't understand it? Really? Raise your hand if Beast turning into a human in Disney's Beauty and the Beast made you sad. We understand it. We understand it perfectly fucking well. Me. Same. Hydrate, everyone. Same Z's. Yeah. It's weird. We don't hate on fetishes here. We're talking about the grander society. We do not kink shame. Unless you're doing shit that's illegal, in which case we go and shame and report. But, like, other than that, we don't kink shame. The only thing about feet is that people being weird about them. Like, if someone's sitting with feet up and somebody comes in and makes weird comments, but that's the same with, like, if anybody comes in and makes creepy boob comments, 100%. And I feel the same, like I've made comments, I'll say this anytime, all the time. If I'm on an airplane and you put your feet on the center rest, I'm upset with you. If it's your bare feet, I'm going to spit on them. Like, I'm going to actively, very slowly and sensually drool onto your toes and look you in the eye and smile and lick my teeth. I'm going to do everything in my power that is nonviolent to make sure you never do that again. Because I just don't want any part of you in my fucking general vicinity, and your bare feet is too much. Does it mean I hate feet? No. But I don't know you. I don't know your feet hygiene. Yuck. And that's my space. That center console, that center armrest, I'm already fighting with my seat partner over that. Like, get the fuck off. That's not yours. That's not for you. I do the same, though, if someone had their hands there. If someone behind me on the airplane put their hands on my armrest, I genuinely just go and wait for that drip to drip out of my mouth onto their hands. And when they freaked out, I'd look them straight in the eye and be like, oh, I'm so sorry. Are you freaking out that something happened on my armrest? Did you put your hands on my armrest? Crazy. I have a psychological drooling disorder. Please don't judge me. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure they never do that again, because you don't deserve to suffer those things, and neither do I. People need to learn personal space. But it has nothing to do with your feet. It's just your body. Any part of it. It just always happens to be your fucking feet. Have fun, Music Man. Play Dead by Daylight. You realize a lot of people lust over the killers. Dude, you know how many serial killers these days lust over serial killers? I listen to so much true crime, and there's been so many, like, young ladies who kill their lovers for one reason or not. And when they look into them, like, you know, there's people like you and I, probably, and by you and I, you know who you are. I'm not saying anyone in particular, but I know you're out there, who have a lot of books on serial killers. I have one literally sitting right there that is on female serial killers. I like to read about murderers and their crazy psychosis and the history of them and why they became who they are, et cetera, et cetera. Then there are people who get Jeffrey Dahmer inside of a heart tattooed on their bicep. Do you know what I'm saying? There's a different level. Those people kill people. I have seen and heard so many podcasts of young women, young in their early 20s, happening just today, like in the 2020s, of them just like slaughtering entire families and shit. And more often than not, they have like sexual fetishizations over serial killers in the past. It is fucking wild. Like, I can tell you right now, there's no arousal here. It's What? Those people need help. So all the help? All the help. Yes. They need so much help. Well, my masseuse was giving me massage. She told me about how she hates going to the dentist because they shame her about her teeth care. She says, "Stop shaming me, or I'm gonna pretend I'm into it and make us all uncomfortable." I cackled. Oh, that's beautiful. I personally think that dentists, no matter what, because they need to feel not useless, they will always say there's room for improvement, and they will always judge your teeth care. Like, I use a Sonicare twice a day, and I floss almost incessantly. Like, I'm constantly taking care of my teeth, and like, no matter what, it's always like, well, we could work a little in this area. I'm like, could we really, Bob? Could we? Because I know for an instance, I left my Sonicare on that spot for 2 minutes every day for the past week. So, can we? Can we? And oh, well, maybe not that spot, but just in that general area. Oh, really, Bob? Really? Is that what we're gonna do in that general area? Because I'm pretty sure, like, literally, there's floss still stuck there from the 15 minutes before I came here, Bob. Is that it? Well, I mean, your gums look great. It's just like this. Is it, Bob? Is it? What else do you want to? No, I'm too neurotic for this. Just give me my baggie and send me on my way. Thank you. That's all I need. My friend Dahmer, and it's wild. Is it about Dahmer? Ugh, he freaks me out more than most. Man, like, they all freak me out, don't get me wrong, but the ones that are, like, into the control, psychological control, where they, like, incapacitate their victims, or, like, there's one, I can't remember the name of the dude, but him and his wife, he used his wife and child as, like, a way to bait women into getting into his car, and then once he got a woman into his car, he locked a box around her head that was lined with carpet on the inside and completely dark. And so no one could hear her screams. And he left this like head box on her for months in like a cellar or some shit while she was just strapped like this to a ceiling. And he just like assaulted her. And he just like, this was his fantasy. Like, there are some people out there, man. My dudes, like, trust no bitch. Trust no bitch. Oh, and like the vast majority of them are Mormon. It is fucking crazy. Fucking crazy. Oh yeah, I was gonna change our category to DRG. I think we're playing DRG today, right? Oh, did Discord fail on me? I was just looking at Cocky's art. Nope, we're there. I see Knives and Crispy, okay. Discord's been kind of a little bit of a dick tease lately. It's okay, it's just been a questionable whore. I can spell deep. Dick Sward is being a dick. Oh, is it like a first-hand account? Oh, that's so man. Dude, I've listened, man, you know what's creepy? This is probably part of the reason I have like morbid curiosity about serial killers and shit, and I read a lot about true crime and whatnot. But like, I, as a child, was a sniff away from being these people, I think. Like, had I been in the right environment, aka the wrong environment, a very unhealthy environment, I feel like I'd be a fucking serial killer sometimes. Because, like, Jeffrey Dahmer, like, collected roadkill animals and whatnot and learned how to taxidermy them, and eventually that led to killing animals and whatnot. And he had like a special little shack out back of his parents' house where he would like experiment with chemicals on dead animals and live animals and bugs and all this shit. I never did the live shit, but I definitely like if an animal, like I had a turtle die when I was a kid and I asked my mom, like, can I open it up and see what's inside? And she was like, okay. And she brought home some shit from work, like scalpels and stuff. And we sat outside and we dissected my turtle Tiffany to see what was inside, and it was really interesting. And I like got a point, we got to like label all the organs and stuff, and it was fascinating, and I was super sad, but like I'll never forget that. And I read these stories and I'm like, oh my god, like if I didn't have like parents that were kind of nurturing of that, like not nurturing parents, but my mom was like, let's nurture the scientific curiosity and not shame her for it, so then she doesn't go killing animals and whatnot. Like, I could have been these people. Because I definitely did these, like, I was so morbidly curious about the insides of things. Like, I wanted to dissect animals. Not live ones, still don't. Like, you guys know I don't even want to fucking kill. I still am haunted by the poor jumping spider I killed in my garden now 3 weeks ago. Like, I don't want to kill anything, but I've always been curious about how things work. And I think like by my mom being okay with like, yeah, I guess let's dissect Tiffany the turtle, I guess. I never wanted to dissect anything ever again. I moved to electronics. Like immediately. I was like, "Oh shit, I can break the remote control open and it's like the same shit. Like what's going on, but it doesn't smell like a pond." Let's break the TV open. Let's break the computer open. Like that turned into my electronics love and I started dissecting that stuff instead because my mom had no answers there. Like she would just get pissed and be like, "Why are you breaking everything in the house? Quit breaking the VCR open." But no one could answer anything, so it was just like constant curiosity, constant breaking into the electronics, etc., etc. But had I not been nurtured in the right direction, I wonder, I feared that. Like I could have been a psychopath, I think. I had the proclivity for it. I didn't, though, thank fuck. That you guys know. Shut up, it's National Bikini Day. Bitches! Let's fucking go! Everybody's a bit crazy. It's just whether or not you act on that shit, right? And I'm grateful that none of that was in my life to make me like act on that shit. I never killed anything on purpose. It's not I miss National Caesar Salad Day, so Bikinis Day is definitely something we needed to do. I'm gonna jump in Discord and see if they want to take a quick break since they've been sitting there. They probably want to get up and stretch and pee. I just want to go get a drink really quick, and I forgot to run an ad. So I have to run an ad. Damn it. That sounds like a deleted scene from Dexter Young Sheldon. Me dissecting my turtle. It feels gross to talk about it because I feel like people will be like, "Oh my god, only serial killers dissected animals when they were kids." No, serial killers torture and maim animals. Like the vast majority of male serial killers literally have self-admitted that as children they liked killing cats because cats sound like women crying when they die. I didn't do that. If that's not apparent, I just became a respiratory therapist. Oh, it's so filthy. Nothing's funny, Katie. Stop it. Well, that's where it started, Vex. My mom literally brought this up when I went and visited home recently, which is hilarious. I'm so sorry I'm in the Discord now and everybody's hearing me at the same time. Can I hear them? No. Why?
None of us have been talking.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, we've
fuck.
just been we've been quiet.
Perfect. It was like, usually I hear like a crackle of a fan or something. It was like dead scary quiet.
I mean, we can make a noise if you want, like snap, 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 snap.
As long as everybody can hear you. I'm joining Vissy's thing, so feel free to snap, bitch, snap.
Oh, I mean, if you don't want to hear us, I can always just mute myself. Hold on.
No! I was going to mute myself because I was going to tell a gross story, but long story short, growing up with hunters, one of my favorite things was asking my dad or my uncles to chop a foot off, and they would give me a foot, and I would just run around hitting that foot of whatever animal they killed on various surfaces while they taught me how to disembowel the animal. Like, I can fucking gut and skin a deer like nobody's business. But I don't want to do that to a person. I got no wants there. I don't want to do that. I don't really want to do it to a deer.
As someone who grew up hunting, like the same thing you had about how like you're comfortable with bodies because you had to see it all.
Yeah.
Like you stop being squeamish the moment you realize you're about to be elbow deep in deer entrails.
It's
when you're
meat
about to
now.
like and now it's just like, oh, this is fun. Which fun is maybe the wrong word.
Field dressing, there we go. I can field dress a deer like nobody's business, but I can also skin it really well. Like field dressing is normally, at least in my experience, field dressing was like getting the heavy parts that you're not going to take home out so you can get the rest home because usually you're trucking it on foot. So oftentimes you left the fur on because you want the pelt. Like, so it's just
you take the pluck, you get all the organs out, you make sure there's nothing that's going to make it sick.
Pluck.
Sorry, go ahead.
Or chuck if it's a human. Did you know that's we literally call humans the chuck as well?
I didn't know that. I actually kind of like that.
Long pig.
It's long pig is the meat, but the chuck or the pluck is essentially from trachea down. So, like, when you string up a deer, like, you basically release the sac that's holding all the guts and everything, the mesentery to the back of the spine, and it drops out like one huge lump. And then you sever the trachea and you can pull it out by the trachea. Like, it theoretically will all be, like, dangling together, and then you've got the hearts in there and everything. And when we do cadavers in medical school, oftentimes it's not really like in movies where you have like a full body. Oftentimes we're only getting bits and pieces of bodies at a time, and they're very chunked up. So when you're learning the respiratory system, for instance, you just get the chuck of that person. So just like trachea down, and it's like the lungs and the sac and the heart and everything just kind of like on a chuck. But on a deer, it's called the pluck.
Oh, lovely.
I know. Body parts are hella expensive. They are. A full like one-piece cadaver, I've only worked on one and ever got to experience one time, ever. That's usually for, like, a final. Like, your group will get, or your class will get one cadaver. They're so expensive. They're so fucking expensive to get a cadaver in your school. So to get a full cadaver that has everything attached, like, I don't even think we got a full cadaver. We got a cadaver, and I'm so sorry, that didn't have a face. Because plastics will always get access to that first, which plastics is, like, people correcting, cleft palate, people who have their face blown off in war, et cetera, et cetera. Like, plastics are incredible magicians of reconstruction, so they get the face pieces always, but they leave the mouth and the teeth and all that because I have to learn how to intubate, but it doesn't have skin. Because it's so expensive. It's just crazy. Please donate your bodies to science. That's the message here. Donate your body to medical science, a body farm, literally anything. Like, they're so expensive because there's so few. We need bodies.
I forgot how we join each other's group again.
I think Katie needs to invite us.
My Steam was restarting. Let me jump in.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good.
Let me...
Oh, yeah, I should probably start up the game.
I mean, you don't have to. We're all just here to hang out. This is just background noise.
No.
That's what I was thinking about that last night. It's going to be so much fun playing Halo. Because, like, chat's only going to see my game, but they're going to hear you guys going, oh, fuck, oh, shit. And then we're all going to hit a cutscene at the same time and just go.
That's if we get to that same cutscene.
I think you and I know when they're going to happen. So if you and I can pace it, like, we can probably, you think?
Yeah, I mean, we can just tell each other where we are.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think, I don't know. Like, Vis will probably be live, right? Vis, are you going to stream Halo? Probably at least some of it.
Yeah.
So I'll have Vis's stream open, so I'll at least know where Vis is, and Crispy communicates well. We'll figure it out. We'll be fine.
Yeah,
we'll hit it at similar times. Now that we've finished what is available of Borderlands thus far, minus paying for some ridiculous DLC. Because, I just didn't find a way. Sorry about that. Fuckhead. We're gonna play Halo because it's two of these fuckers' first times ever playing Halo ever in their whole lives. Crispy and Vissy have never played Halo, which is crazy.
Yeah, we're gonna walk them through the games.
Yeah, we're gonna be playing it. Viss and I are gonna play together because we can co-op it, and then they're gonna play together as well. But we'll all be in Discord talking to each other while we do it, and hopefully line our games up with each other. It's gonna be a fucking blast. I don't know. I'm very excited. Halo is like peak classic gaming shit. It was the first multiplayer game I ever played.
Mm-hmm.
So
Same.
the first two games are pretty, like, they're not like, you're not throwing 30 hours at a game. You're looking at 10 or 15. Yeah,
you can beat these games in like 5-10 hours.
They're very linear. Yeah.
Okay.
Is Halo show your age?
I guess. When did those games come out?
I mean, they were out when
2001?
I could have been playing them. I just didn't. I had other priorities.
Everybody will know my age eventually, whether it's because I died or otherwise.
Nope,
You know.
you gotta survive, remember?
No, I mean,
Which
like, when
house?
I'm, like, in my 90s.
Oh, fair, yeah.
Yeah, like, when I die, like, and people are like, wow, she's been around since... Oh, yeah, she had to have been, like, 90-something by now.
Oh, yeah. So Halo Combat Evolved is what they call it. It came out on November 15th, 2001.
Damn.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah, kind of.
That's just upsetting. That's, like, morally upsetting to me and my soul and my pieces.
How old was I?
2001?
I think it was
How
11.
old were
no,
we?
I was 14.
Yeah, you were 14 years old. I was 13 and a half. Whatever.
Well,
we wanna
Christy
be
cries over
really-
here in middle age.
I was the baby.
I mean, technically, we all could be middle-aged right now if we want to get depressing about it. In your 90s, you only have
True.
2 decades left? Shut up. I look great for my age. I look great
Cheers.
for 74. I don't know what you're talking
Right.
about.
I look
Babe,
good
cheers.
for 74, coming up on 75. I hardly have any gray hair.
I have a lot. It's almost half, I think. It's like a salt and pepper situation at this point. I was in a channel yesterday where people were accused of being old for remembering free PSN. There's no concept of old anymore. Because if that's old, that's me, and that means, I mean, I'm only 37 realistically. I have, what, like, 40s, like, let's say I have 50 years of my life, I just get to be old. How come the first 37, if that's old, you know what I mean? What's beyond old? I refuse. That seems ridiculous.
Like the first 30 are just learning, and then the rest of it, by like 10 years later, you're like, oh,
yeah.
now I'm getting old.
I'll take middle-aged or whatever the fuck, but old at this point? Come the fuck on, dude. That means I'm just old forever now. Like, does that mean that...
us.
I wouldn't either. That means that over half of our life is now defined as old.
Yeah.
What?
Right. Maybe old around this age was acceptable in like the 1630s.
Exactly. Yeah. Back when people died of the common cold, maybe what I'm going through is old. But nowadays, late to mid 30s, that's barely anything. I feel like I've barely scraped the surface of life yet.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
At all. And I'm barely going to scrape the surface of it in the next 10 years, but I do my best. Decrepit, coffin filler, dust collector. Is that what we are? I mean, coffin filter is just a tease, let's be honest. Filter? Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Filler.
It only takes 20 years for a body to fully decompose. Thanks, Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, or, I mean, if you do those, what is it, the organic, like, burial in a wall, takes, like, 6 months, and you're dirt. Like, actual dirt. Not like, you're dirt, but bones, you're dirt. Just dirt.
Oh, no,
it's crazy.
Wait,
I don't think you're
buried
right.
into a
The
wall.
fireworks.
What?
I can be buried into a wall?
Yes. Well, you're kind of buried into a wall. You're put in, like, a capsule, and then you're put in this capsule, and then they put a bunch of, like, hay and, like, leaves and stuff on you, and your family can have a little ceremony if they want, and they can put leaves from the yard or whatever, and then they close the capsule, and they put you in a wall, and the wall has, like, a system in it that keeps you at this perfect optimal temperature, and it rotates your capsule with your body in there, so the bacteria can break you down, and they break you down and they shit you out in 100% into dirt in, like, 6 months. And then your family can either opt to get, like, one little box of you dirt, or they can come pick up an entire truckload, like a cubic whatever of dirt.
I want to donate to science, and then when they're done with me, they can
Same.
do that.
Yep. 100% same. Whatever's left of me, do that.
Yeah.
I'm the same boat. Same boat.
Yep.
Is
it a cubic yard? I was going to say that, but I didn't want to guess. Is it a cubic yard? Yes. It's about a cubic yard. And there's a bunch of families that don't take the whole cubic yard. They just get the little ceremonial box. There's actually some land, I think, in California. All the states where it's legal, they have a chunk of land where they actually go dump the rest of the dirt. And they use it to grow. They use it to do, like, what is it? Where you can basically, like, sign up to get a little piece of land to go farm on with people. It's like a parcel of, it's a something.
I have no idea.
It's like community farming. Like the community can come farm together. You don't have to buy the land. You just get a little square of land together with people, and you can farm on it and grow beans and whatever. And usually people set up a day a week where everybody goes at the same time and they all garden at the same time. It's like a community farm plot or whatever. But it's on a bunch of dead bodies. It's amazing.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I kind of want to be liquefied.
The liquefied one is cool. The only thing I've heard about that is, like, every time they do it, the water just goes straight into the waste. Like, it's new water every single time you're liquefied, and all the water waste has to go into the so they're using, like, aquifer water. As far as I know, but I don't know. But into the water would be sick. I mean, technically, if you think about it, if you become dirt, it'll only take, like, maybe one season of heavy rain, and you are in the water system. Like, people are absolutely drinking you. No spitting.
You'll be inside hundreds of people.
everybody.
That's kind of a weirdly comforting thought. I kind of like that. Yeah.
Dude, what's discomforting to me is the idea of not going back to the earth in some way, shape, or form. Like the idea
Like
of
being
someone
shunned
taking
to
my
the
body and
pixels.
putting it in a cement drawer somewhere. And I don't go back into like the, be a tree and get shit out by a deer or something. I don't know. Like, I feel like that's part of it. I need to get back into it. And it's weird that we like stop that from happening, or like embalming and shit.
Right.
Wow, Viata.
This is why we have a filter on our faucet.
I feel like it started as like
drinking
a
no
rich
people.
royalty thing and probably just felt like it was supposed to adapt.
Oh, absolutely, I'm sure. And I'm sure it stems from some of that Egyptian stuff where it was like you were going to come back from the dead. So as long as we could preserve your body so it didn't rot and didn't go back to the earth, then you would like come back from the dead and re-inhabit your body, which like I'm in full support of people that want to believe that stuff, but like please get me back to the dirt, everybody. Everybody here today, please get me back to the dirt. I want nothing more than to be back to the dirt.
We'll
I am very pro recycling. Yes. Recycle
we'll
me.
plant a redwood on you.
Oh, that'd be so sick. After I'm donated to science, of course. Get my corneas into the people that need them. People become stars, not Earths.
I'm just kind of I'm really interested in the idea of being some sort of like edible plant that I mean, if it's Cocky for sure, and then Katie to an extent, and definitely Pissy. You all get it. Whoever eats the vegetables grown off of you, they're baked. They're done. They're just they're gonna be in space.
Oh yeah, weed infused
days.
vegetables
Yeah.
grown from the dirt of the dead.
Yeah.
I wonder if
Think
that
about it.
should be something that should be like talked about. Like if we all get to be composted one day, like all right, but the dirt you have to mix it into a certain amount of land dirt already. Otherwise, there's definitely going to be a level of THC in your vegetables you grow. Like some sort of like statistic. Because at this point, I mean, we have smoked pretty much beyond one or two, like, I'm so sick I can't smoke tea breaks daily for
decades.
Yeah.
Decades.
Yeah.
Literally decades.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Literally decades. Like decades, like plural decades. There's no fucking way we aren't walking edibles at this point. Yeah. Like, I wonder what would happen if we got cremated. That's got to be in a movie, right? Like, potheads being cremated and the whole town getting fucked up on the smoke or some shit.
It's probably I think it's a horror movie, like someone got burned up.
There was a movie about this, How High. Did they do this? Did they cremate stoners? Because, like, I could is it that movie, Glut? I was just going to say, like...
Wasn't that the one with, like, Method Man and Redman?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
There's been so many stoner movies, I can't remember. I smoked my first at 13. I was 11. I was too young.
Yeah. Kurt said this thing where he said, no wonder you're not very hungry, because it's mostly lungs.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I remember that one, Glut. They used their friend's ashes in a plant pot, and then when they smoked it, they saw their friend. Oh my god, I do
forgot
remember
that.
that.
Wasn't that guy really smart, and wasn't that the reason why they passed?
Yeah, wasn't their friend they reincarnated? Oh, not, maybe he wasn't just smart, but he helped them cheat.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how they passed school, wasn't it? Oh my god, it's all coming back. I had forgotten about that.
I feel like we need to add that to a list somewhere.
I've been smoking pot for 42 years.
Longer
That's
than
fucking
I've been
respectable.
Same.
I've been smoking for 26 years.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. That's a lot to take in.
I think that like the math broke everyone's brain for like a whole like 10 seconds.
15 for me.
Timothy Checklemate.
Oh, glad I missed you.
Timothy Checkmate.
Oh, he's doing a fucking
Oh, it's time check. No, you're right.
Goddamn.
I do need to take my dogs out. This is a good
Time
conversation, though, because, man,
No,
I
we
don't
just kinda
advise
got-
anyone smoke that early in life, but I've been smoking some pots for some time. It's kind of crazy. Timothy Checkle. Jesus Christ. I have to stop. Okay. I'm going to flop myself in the movie night Discord. Movie night's in an hour and 6 minutes if y'all would like to join. It's Sunday, right? We do movie. Yeah, it's still a movie night tonight. And then we're finishing Farscape tomorrow, I think, right?
Yeah, we're finishing the main series and then I guess
the wrap up or whatever.
Yeah, I'll figure out what we do because it's only 3 episodes tomorrow.
Yeah. And then maybe we don't know what movie. We never know what movie early. We have a wheel we spin. It's been the holiday though, and Glut was out of town, so Knives was just randomly picking movies. So I don't know. It depends. But we have a wheel that we spin literally that has like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of movies on it. It's sick. It's so many movies at this point. We have like a Pride Month wheel. We have a Halloween wheel, a Christmas wheel. Did we try to make a New Year's wheel or something? Like we've tried to make some. Yeah.
I think for New Year's, what we did, we just picked fucking movies.
Did we? Because there's not like really New Year's movies. We watched Groundhog on Ground. Like we try to line movies up with holidays and stuff like that, if at all possible. But most of the time, it's just some sort of wheel, and it's fun. So if you ever want to stop by, there's no theme to it. There's no nothing. Like, oftentimes though, like whether it's Knives or Glut, we do try to take the the temperature of the room. And if, the world is kind of just currently, like, severely on fire, they do protect us a little bit and don't give us the worst movies in the world that'll, like, emotionally scar us. But sometimes it's just, like, all fucking bets are off and we get slapped in the face with emotions. You never know. October, yeah, we do spooky all month. Last October, we did all of the Jason movies in a row. That was pretty intense.
We also, vetoed Philadelphia, like 6 or 7 times.
So
Seven
many
times. You guys said that movie was kind of hard, and I wasn't in the mood.
Yeah, it is. It's a gut punch.
It's a movie about AIDS. In the era of. So, like, if that's why you didn't like Rent or whatever, like that, it is hard to watch because it's real. It's very real. What's that other one? Something Buyers Club? Dallas? Was that it? Or am I thinking of the wrong one?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Dallas Buyers Club?
There was Dallas Buyers Club, but there's a couple movies that came out in that era. I might be thinking of the wrong one. Did that one have to do with AIDS, or am I thinking of the wrong thing? Doesn't matter. There's a few movies out there that are really hard to watch, and Philadelphia is absolutely one of them. I think it's Tom Hanks, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Tom Hanks.
It's rough. It's just like super real, and I think I was just gonna say that. I think for a lot of Gen X people, it's extra sensitive because like it's just reliving them watching each one of their friends die of mysterious disease that is then blamed on the entire gay community, and the gay community gets no support, no healthcare, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, blah 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 blah. No one looks for any sort of treatment or healthcare for people who are suffering with HIV/AIDS because they're like, well, if you just were less gay. Stupid. Yeah, it is. It's Tom Hanks. Oh, fuck yeah. I haven't seen it in years. It was so much pointless loss, still to this day, to continue, exactly. Like, so much pointless loss due to just, like, open bigotry that is systemic in the system, which, like, big surprise, America sucks. We're all shocked. Some movies we kind of enjoy, but just watch once. Fiorano, exactly. What were you going to say, Vess?
I was going to say it's the same reason I don't like stuff based in, like, the 30s or 20s. Around mainly black stuff, because my grandpa just comes to mind, and it's not really that good to think of.
No, 100%. Gravy. Okay.
Nice. I'm glad. My God.
I wonder what flavor that would be.
Stop.
Horrible flavor.
Sadness.
Right.
Well, on that note,
of cold water.
I did watch that movie with you guys. Glut played it on his birthday, and I watched that movie stone cold up until the very end, when my fucking jaw just dropped. I was like, holy shit.
But it actually got you.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Nice, okay. I mean, it's hard not... I would have a hard time believing anyone didn't get a little bit got by that one. It's a really hard one to watch. Grave of the Fireflies. I thought it was, I still think it's more sad than the Heron. But on that note, happier notes, you should check out the art section of our Discord because Kaki crocheted some adorable koala feets And they're fucking adorable, so you should go look at those. Other than that, we have movie night in a few hours. Thank you guys for playing. Nope, it's in an hour. It's in an hour and 2 minutes. In a few? Okay. I'm gonna go put myself in that channel muted. I love you guys. I'll see you in that much time. Thanks for
Bye.
playing games. Halo next weekend. Love you.
Yep.
And then I mute myself and I just sit here. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today as usual. Mondays are day off day, so I won't be here as usual. I'm here, but like I'm not here. So thank you for hanging out with me. I'm gonna go look at your nasty, like seriously, in our Discord we have an NSFW channel that has Viata's gross stitches that she just got on her finger because she had a weird extra bone because her body was trying to grow an extra finger straight out the knuckle of her middle finger because like one wasn't enough. Imagine. Hi, bub. I'm gonna go hang out with my dogs because it's the first day that the fucking bombs haven't been going off. The goddamn fireworks that have just scared the living crap out of these poor guys. Are you ready to go play outside? Play outside and pick squash. And all of those things. I can't remember what else. I swear to God. What is... Today's July 6th. I swear to God there was something else I was gonna tell y'all. And it's gone now. So, that's it. I don't know. Vissy, I think I was going to try to raid Vissy, but I think Vissy's going offline. I don't know. Take care of yourselves. I love you. Take your joy. Drink water. Pee after sex. And self-loving. Bye.